time for honoring yourself will soon be at an end.
That is correct. The time for honoring yourself and your own art will soon be at an end. Welcome, one and all, to Art Class Critiques on Blacklist Universe. Tonight, critiques of art that has been submitted by various and sundry artists from Facebook and the Twitterverse. And I'm going to go ahead and tear them to little tiny pieces and tell them what all is wrong with their artwork. This is a critique show. I am going to be critiquing. I will not be complimenting, or if I do, it's a mistake, and I will duly punish myself for doing so. So I don't know who all. I know Weldon said he was going to come in here. I don't believe it. But are you guys ready?
Yes, Sensei!
Are you sure?
Yes, Sensei!
All right, then let's get going on here. You don't scare me. Evening, Pat Morita. Let's say hi to some people before I do start. What's up, Humphrey Bear, Zach Richmond, Fuzzy Creature, The Space for Rent, Jay Hamilton, Dragon, Captain Hiltz, sweep the leg, always sweep the leg. Mark Anthony, Arlene, hello, Arlene, welcome back. Andrew J, what's up? Is that it? Is that everybody?
Yes, Sensei!
You might not want to criticize Mecha too much. His traps could seriously injure you. Not from this distance. And I look to my right and I notice I have nothing to drink. And my throat is already dry. It must be the COVIDs. Hello, Carrie. Gary. I was trying to say cop. Carrie Cop. Gary, the good cop.
Hello.
Hello, Gary, good cop. How are you today?
I'm good. How do I look?
Like you're trying to make me throw up. I'm going to go get something to drink, Gary. You say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. This is Gary. Apparently, I'm good cop. We'll see how that goes. I think it's we'll see. If you guys deserve some good copness, I will deliver. But if you don't, then I won't. So maybe Mike's good cop today, for all I know. How is everyone doing? Let me open up the YouTube and see what the chat has to say about stuff. Wow, I got ranking by view 1 of 10. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what they're talking about either. I need to get my Wacom out. Hold on. I have to prep my table for my Wacom tablet, so I use this giant mouse pad
and see what the chat has. Let's mute that. Okay, I've got the chat up and running.
Up and running. All right.
Looks like there's a slew of people, kind-hearted people here.
Kind-hearted victims.
Yes.
Victims. Last week I just had a plethora of people just pouring in wanting my critiques. This week I put it out there and it seemed like for some reason people were a little tentative to put their art up.
Really?
I'm not sure.
Do you want me to put some of mine?
Yes, Sensei!
Wow.
If you want to.
Wow, look, that's a better view of me right there.
Yes, it's very enlightening. Okay, stop with that, Gary. Let's see. Is Mike lawful evil? I'm not evil.
He's chaotic good.
I'm not chaotic either. I'm lawful good. Bad cop and worse cop. I know I scared everyone away. I think maybe I did. But hey, that's what it is, right? That's the way it is. So let's see.
Sometimes a cop's got to do what a cop's got to do.
That's correct. So for those who are unaware of what we are doing here today, this is Art Class Critiques. Teach fast, teach hard, no mercy. And so let me open up the tweeters, open up the Facebooks. I'm gonna grab the piece I had. I put up an offer for this in, where did I put it? In How to Draw Comics. I got one taker on How to Draw Comics. I mean, seriously, it's like, hey, look, here's your opportunity to be critiqued by a long-standing professional comic book artist or two, and what do they do? Copy image. So I'm going to go ahead and... Am I on the right screen here? This is so weird. I have to go like multiple screens to do this. New. Yes. What happened? New. Create. There it is. And then paste. And this is going to be the first one we get into, Gary. This is from Facebook, the How to Draw Comics page. The artist name, unimportant.
Mr. Bojangles.
I apologize to everyone who's like, you should put the name of the artist on there.
No, don't tell me the name because then I'll be swayed.
Yeah, no swayage.
I want to be raw with my take.
All right, Gary.
Ruthless and hard.
Be raw. Be raw.
Oof. All right, here it goes.
Oh, wait. We've got an additional sensei here to help with the task. So everyone, say hello to Sensei G2 Matthew Weldon.
Yes, Sensei!
Good evening. How the heck are you people?
We're doing well, Matthew. Are you? We've got good cop. We've got bad cop. What cop are you going to be?
Oh, I'll be the guy that mops everything up, I guess. I don't know.
He'll mop the floor with his comments.
All right. Well, I'll let you guys go first then, and then I'll just sweep up behind you. Gary, good cop. What do you see that needs fixing in this?
All right. I'm glad I don't know who this is because I'm going to be brutal. This is good. I think it's better than most of Mike's pieces. Just kidding. No, it's really.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, Gary. All right.
Out of her face. Just kidding. I know that's highlight. Also, it's off though because I don't think that Batgirl uses that kind of a gun.
That's nothing to do with art.
That's a tiny barrel on that rifle, yeah.
I know.
Yep.
What is she shooting like?
Well, maybe that is her type of gun. Maybe it's
A
just
BB gun.
Yeah, BB gun.
Or it's a harpoon.
Not high caliber, I guess.
It is a well, let's see here. It's a 50 cal BB gun.
And what does she have in the other hand? Like a egg beater?
50 cal and a high-powered egg beater.
Let me just point this out, and I'm gonna point this out on everything I see. It's like one of the first things that I go to is I don't have a problem with the size of the hand on her right hand, but her left hand is tiny. So getting the hands to be to appear to be like the same size, and I understand there might be a distance. But yeah, I would bring the size of her left hand up a little bit, and I would make her right hand just a little bit smaller. I mean, maybe you were trying to practice with the perspective and everything like that. I get if that's what you were trying to do. but in this case, I think that's what I would focus on. But everything else, I mean, looks
Also,
good.
she needs more hair. Like on her left side, there's like, oh, it's in a braid. Is that what it is?
It is in a braid.
Okay, my bad. I thought that was just like one strand of hair. I see it now. It's zoomed or whatever on YouTube.
All right. Anything else?
You're trying to do the upward perspective on the face, but I think her nose and her mouth are still a little too high. Looks like her chin is a little big. I think that's easily fixed. The perspective will still work if you just bring the nose and the mouth down a little bit.
Actually, I think the problem is her jaw is too big.
Maybe, yeah, that might be a point too. I would play around with that a little bit to see if it would look a little bit. It's not horrible. I like the perspective. I always try to play with that perspective. But yeah, I think her chin just goes down way too far for her.
Yeah, I think
yeah, her mouth and her nose might be in the right spot if you move her chin up a little bit.
right.
I'm not understanding.
Just a little bit too.
Yeah,
I'm also not understanding the shading.
That already looks a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah, and the shading on her nose is or below her nose doesn't give any separation to her upper lip, so it looks like her nose goes right to the. But I mean, it's accurate. It just isn't pleasing to the eye.
There you go. That's a good point.
But also look at the shading on the side of her face where the light is so powerful that it's knocking out the line.
That's
and then
right.
look at the shading on her shoulder.
Yeah,
on
it's
her right
casting a
shoulder.
shadow on that wall. Yeah.
Where's the light coming from?
Right here, the light bulb right there.
There you go. That's good.
That would work.
Good point.
Yep, there you go. Perfect. We figured out the light source. Also,
This is a freaking awesome drawing, though.
this is we're not here.
We're not gonna talk about the good stuff.
That's right. That's right. I want to point out that these lines are nice, perfectly straight and parallel. So if you have a follow through from your sight to your barrel there, your gun is broken.
Yeah, it looks bent.
Yeah, way bent, way bent.
If we're getting brutal, I don't like her knee either. A little bit.
No,
A little too pointy.
it's this. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong. I'll just do it as a thing. The knee should be Dadgummit. Brush, please. The knee should be more along these lines. Now, if the knee pad is just kind of falling off the front, that's fine.
Yeah, not.
But you don't want that to happen either. So, knee pad should be strapped on like that. What do you guys think about the contrast? We've got a very, very light cape that almost looks like water flowing off of it. Maybe it's poorly rendered. I mean, I appreciate the tonality of everything, but the rendering on this cape just makes it look more like smoke than material.
I appreciate what they were trying to do. I don't know. This drawing is definitely not for inking, I guess, right?
Well, that's the interesting thing because he wanted an opinion before he started to ink it.
Oh crap!
You should use the electric one.
I mean, I guess you could ink it. I'm not. There's ways to ink it. Yeah.
But this would be a phenomenal amount of cross hatching if we were trying to ink this thing.
I personally, I wouldn't put that much work into that drawing.
Yeah, I thought this
I was
was
gonna ink
actually a
that.
finished thing. I didn't realize it had to go to an ink level.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Any other fundamentals you guys see? Because once again, here's another light bulb back here, giving her a lovely. By the way, this is a lovely backlight. It's just.
Well,
Oh, I see.
What is that?
It is. Is this is a
that a light?
This is a window.
A window.
Oh.
Light is coming through the window. Seeing the backlight.
That doesn't read as a window.
So this is true. This is
Yeah, it does. it's the deep window. It's an inset window. It goes
Yeah.
off to the left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's leaning against it here, which is why this has a cast shadow.
Oh.
So that works. That works. The guy who's drawing this is probably like, "There's a light behind her." Okay, we get it. There is a light behind her. How would that work? Let's see. 'Cause
Yeah, pretty
this
good.
comes off as very flat. So you've got a nice cast shadow here. I should probably use a different. Like, you can barely see my stylus. That's why. I don't know what other kind of stylus I could use here. V. Oh, here we go. That's better. All right, so you can see this. Is this chugging up, or is it just me?
If there's such a light there, then
I gotta
the
close.
bricks, I mean, they would have, see, you've shaded the bricks on the right side of the window, but the bricks on the left side they'd have to be darkened quite a bit if there was like
Yeah,
a hard light
they
coming
would.
over there.
That would be like black.
Okay, this is better. All right, so here, wherever if it's moonlight or city light or whatever, you're getting, you've got a hot spot here, you've got a nice cast shadow here, a nice core shadow here. You're not following any of that through on the arm. It's as if the arm is a lighter material, and it's Batgirl, so she is all black, all in black. And so this area here should have been dark. You could add a nice little bounce shadow from the bricks on the wall, give you a nice subtle core shadow on the back of this. This is all shading stuff, which I don't obviously get into a lot in my work, but I know how it works. And then the cast shadow makes sense over here, so that's good. But you need consistency with this limb and then the torso, because this area here just looks like you hit it with a burn tool, and then this area here looks like she's wearing a white sleeve on a black outfit or something.
Yeah, it doesn't look uniform, I guess. Maybe she's getting spotlighted by one of those airships, in the series.
Right.
I'm just kidding. She's getting spotlighted from both sides.
All right. So
I think the bricks on her right shoulder would be darker. They're very light, and I know that they're trying to show the shadow on her shoulder on those bricks, but you can still do that. Like I would do maybe the shadow completely black, and then maybe make the bricks the color of the shadow. You know what I mean? So you still can see, but they need to be darker. It's almost as light as the light coming out of the window.
Yeah, you know what I would have done? Oh, shoot, what am I doing here? Doing this on the wrong. Oh, I don't have a panel selected. Let me see if I have. Let me do.
I really like the rifle though. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like if you look at a 223 rifle, the round that comes out of that barrel is tiny. Like it's.
I would have darkened all of this up, like all of her
Oh,
cape,
dang.
right, and kind of frame her in
I like
here,
that. Oh yeah.
right? Darken this,
Yeah, she comes out a little bit more. That way.
right.
You enjoy the figure.
That's right. And then it also pops her back from the background. You've got too much sort of a monotone setting. It doesn't. You got to use the blacks. I know I'm a guy who I barely ever use blacks in my stuff, but I know how it works if you're gonna use it. And again, here's that shadow. You want to shade this up a little bit, shrink that arm up so it's consistent. The folds, I'm not 100% in love with the folds, but it's not a lot I want to complain about. This just feels weird to me. Does that feel weird to you guys? This armpit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a little stretch arm, like little. But I mean, the fabric on suits like that, I would have brought it in or shaped it a little bit different, but it's not horrible.
All right. So something like that, it frames her up. It brings her up a little bit more. Also, yeah, this building behind her. You were saying darken all these bricks.
Yeah.
See, that makes it a little more obvious too that there is a light behind her. Because these bricks were so light, we wouldn't have been able to tell. So this gives a little bit more mood. And now that light behind her really kind of makes her, this area here, pop off more.
Actually, I don't even know if that shadow would be there for her shoulder.
Yeah.
From that window, it wouldn't be there.
Well, she's leaning
I
against.
wouldn't have put it there, but I mean, it depends on if there was like, somebody spotlighting her or something like that. What's she looking at? She's looking up. She's not looking down. I don't know. That's might be a small nitpick.
Well, I think she's actually looking at us.
I don't know. She is looking at us.
All right. Well, I don't know. There's not a lot else. I mean, I think you're right about the size of the hands. You got to maintain consistency. Gosh, this armpit just bugs me. Here's the thing that's kind of.
I mean, they're trying to you do the
they're trying to
work the fabric, but
yeah.
Yeah.
But it just feels like it's
a little out there.
Like the shoulder is disconnected or something. Like it's pulling the arm off of the shoulder, or pulling the shoulder away from the torso, rather than, you should bunch up here in the corner, and then doing this on multiple levels. So, I mean, I could. Let me try it. What if we? And I'm sorry, I'm gonna kind of ruin this for real quick. What if we just kind of scooched it over? That look.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right? It was just too far away. It was too far away, and he was trying to overcompensate with the material to stretch.
For where her lats and her chest were, it was a little over there.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's successful. Oh, man, we really need to. You know what? I need to make that hand bigger. Look at it. She's got tiny baby hands. It's a nicely drawn tiny baby hand, but
and the thing that I'll tell you, like, if for like a good, it's nice. I understand, like, you most of the time, and I catch myself doing this all the time, is when I draw hands, you want to, make the hands prominent and big, but I always like reference the size of the hand to the size of the face. Just touch your face a little bit and see how big your hands are on your face, how much face your hands will cover, and then it'll give you a good idea on how to size your hands. And you're working with perspective here. It's all you're gonna try and skew things to the perspective and stuff like that. It's just, I always catch myself doing that, so I always notice that, in certain drawing. And I had somebody tell me, like, Frank Cho is the master, and Frank Cho is really bad about drawing arms and hands at different sizes, even though he's freaking incredible. But yeah, it's a thing. I catch myself doing it all the time. I see it being done all the time, and if you can get good at that.
Why aren't you a free transform? Never mind. And
also,
now your barrel's straight too.
Her left knee,
but tiny,
being as long as her right leg is, just might be it's curved too much, I think. Just slightly, and I think it might be a little more out there because her right knee is very long, or right thigh, which is not a problem. I'm just saying. Anyways, if we're just finishing up on this piece, I like it a lot.
So also, I would say the boot. See the angle of those two, whatever those buckles on her boot. Unless they go at a V, I don't know how her boot looks. Unless they go at a V, they're kind of going at the wrong angle. They're the other way.
This is a cylinder. You want everything to be going on this path here. So
yeah, if that's
I don't know what the designs are on this is supposed to be, but yeah, you're right, Gary. Also, this heel looks like it's coming off. She needs some glue to glue her heel back on her shoe. All right, so here's here once again. Here is the
You have
original.
to-
And I grant you, we did not do a full draw over. A lot of this was just mentioning mistakes. But here's the original, and then here's some fixins.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Like it better?
I believe it. Yeah, it looks better to me.
All right. So whoever's art this is, sorry, I'm not taking names, but make those corrections, and then it'll be better. So,
I'm curious
we
to see how this one gets inked.
are we ready to move on?
Yes, Sensei!
Yeah, you know what would be cool is if the person's going to make the corrections, if they could show it and we can kind of see how they applied what we told them,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
like next time or whatever. If
All
there is a next time.
P Money, I'm gonna skip on the shadow puppet. Well, if we have time, we'll do the shadow puppet. All right. RM Huffman is next. Let me copy- oh, sorry, you're not RM Huffman. All right, we will blow this up. And all right, let's focus first on storytelling. Anyone want to go first?
Can you go closer on the top two panels?
I gotta move over to my computer.
Did you maximize your window, Gary?
How do you do that?
You go down to the right-hand corner of the StreamYard window you're looking at.
I see it. All right.
All right.
Dude, you can do that? Oh. Oh. All right.
Can you scroll down now?
I like the shot angles. I like how he's breaking panel. That's kind of creative. I'm all about breaking panel. I love it.
There we go.
Him sitting on her head though, that's I might change that up a little bit.
You don't like the head sit, the belly plop on the head.
All right. Well, from what I can gather,
Mm-hmm.
um,
All right,
I'm
take us through the
assuming-
story, Gary. Take us through the story. What's happening?
okay, so they're at this Blackwood Hospital, and apparently I'm assuming that's a boy, like a younger person. And he comes up to the reception desk, but it's weird because he's coming up on the side of it, and it looks like he's coming away from a vent. If that was maybe a door behind him, I would understand that he's walking in and then he comes up to the reception desk.
Mhm.
And then there's a quick jump to the room, and that's apparently where he's going. Not exactly sure what's happening in panel 4. I see. Panel 3, he's coming in the door down there. Okay.
Right.
Maybe if that was all rotated to where he was coming up from the top, so you read him coming in first. That's a choice.
I agree.
And then it has a feeling. Panel 1, 2 through 4 looks like, is he closing the door behind him with his hands? Is that what's going on? I don't know. Like he's doing something like, I'm going to close the door and I'm going to do it quietly, and it's going to be creepy. And then I like the belly bursting out, but like on the top of her head is a little bit weird. And I'm not sure. I guess she's a nurse, and then she's gonna leave. And I'm assuming that the little boy is the one with the fangs, but it could be the reason why I assume it's the boy is because he's not laying down in that panel. But it's kind of a little bit confusing, not super clear.
Right. Good observations. I concur. Matthew. Hi, Siege.
Hi.
Siege.
I don't have too many complaints about it. I like the attempts at the angles. If to maybe, as I think about it a little bit more, what I would probably focus on is, you see the bag of fluid hanging above his head. I might hang that in the foreground of one of the bottom panel there.
Do you see this?
Oh no!
Gross pee puddle
Ugh.
in
Oh,
a
no.
hospital, nonetheless.
Oh yeah, yeah. This hospital looks highly run down.
That the IV is just laying on top of his head. What's up with that? It's not where you put an IV.
Don't get me wrong, like drawing hospital rooms with all the equipment, that's a huge challenge. I mean, if you're really
It is. You really have to reference that stuff.
trying to, so I mean, this, I think it's done well. I like, let me just tell you, paneling on a page is very tricky, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 panels on this page. That's pretty awesome. And difficult to plan out. But if you can, try and it'll help you if you try and do more wide panels. And the reason, I'll just give you a quick little lesson. I've always tried to do wide panels, and it gives, and I can't really remember who said that wide panels help give you a more like theatrical cinematic experience and stuff like that.
Right.
Drawing inset panels and stuff like that, that's cool.
Did you see the little square box on the bottom right hand corner of your StreamYard screen?
Yeah.
Click it.
Oh, okay.
Little square arrow
I didn't know
box.
you could do that.
It's a new feature.
Oh.
Ooh. Well, I don't feel terrible then for not knowing. Yeah, I don't know what the dialogue is. So, I mean, depending on what the dialogue is.
Doesn't matter what the dialogue is. This is comic books. This is storytelling. You should be able to tell what's going on just by the pictures. That's what comics are for.
Well, yeah, and that's, well, the reason I bring that up is because, like that little headset, you know what I'm saying? Depending on if she's even saying anything, that panel can go. Like, just, it doesn't even need to be there. In my opinion, and that's why whenever you're planning stuff out, for page layouts and stuff like that, I usually draw dialogue boxes and bubbles and stuff like that to help me plan out the page. Depending on how the dialogue is going to fit and anything like that. And I just really like starting out with I like your establishing shot at the top with the hospital. I like starting out with those being small, so that's good that you drew it small, just to give people an idea where you're at, where you're going. Other than that, like I guess this is going to be inked too.
I would assume.
I don't.
That's not what we're critiquing. This right now is storytelling.
You're doing. We're doing storytelling critique or art critique, or both?
I mean, for this particular piece, it's a storytelling page, so I want to just do some storytelling critique. Siege, you got anything?
I don't like the belly going over that panel. I just don't like it.
You're just disgusted.
I like it. I just don't know how it's executed.
It just is weird. It going over her head. That's what's weird about it.
Yeah, that's the weird part.
Like, it's good. Like, I like the whole belly out of the panel thing. And actually, he is coming out of the panel on the other side too. But I don't like it being on her head. It's weird. It's weird.
It's an uncomfortable tangent. All right, so storytelling wise, I think what Gary was saying was good, accurate. Personally, I would prefer a establishing shot that's either all the way across the top or longer down the middle. Like I've done, I don't need to redraw it, but I've done establishing shots where you just take a sliver of this area of the page, and you could do like Blackwood, and then you could do like clouds and sky or whatever above it. But it just gives you some sort of a panning shot where you're panning up and down or you're panning left to right, but that dividing your establishing area up into this and then establishing this. But yeah, Gary was right. This should be, like this here is the entry to the hospital. Personally, I would have done something so that there's a foreground. Maybe you could have somebody walking by here. I mean, I know you might have to squeeze all this down a little bit, but you have your background, which is the entry. Maybe you have somebody at the door. Foreground, maybe some old man walking by, and then in the midground, this is where it's a hospital. It's a busy place. You want to be a little more involved as you're coming into what's basically a secondary establishing shot. You're establishing the exterior, then you're establishing the interior, and then you're going into the particular room. And Gary was absolutely right. This entire panel. Oops. What happened? What happened? Yeah.
You could even maybe just rotate it 1/4 to where he's like turn it clockwise one time to where he's coming in from the left. Or you could rotate it, 80 degrees, either 40 or 80 clockwise. I
Who's
think
going to rotate it like that?
Yeah, you could do that. That would work.
Oh,
That
Or
makes a
you
lot more sense. Yeah.
It also is kind of creepy too because
yeah,
everybody
it messes with your eye. Yeah.
Not only that, it breaks up the monotony of this image, which is straight on form to straight on form. This just looks like a zoom in of this one, right?
It does.
So that solves a lot of problems just in that single action. By the way, your vanishing point is freaking way off here. Not that we want to get into that, but you have a vanishing point from here to here, and then this one is coming down here somewhere else. And then
I'm just
this
saying
one-
that
I don't
door
know where
almost
that
looks
one's
like
going.
that door almost looks like it's gonna hit the bed when you open it too. So I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's-
you
yeah,
want your
really at the
single
wrong
establishing shot, single vanishing point. So because this is a 1-point perspective grid, you want your door to be opening like that. And then also, wow, this chick's like falling over because if you're doing, I'm to do her on the other side. Here's her legs. She's coming up. She's going to be like this. This is her. This is literally her, like about 45 degrees from hitting the floor, unless she's like.
well, I don't have a problem. I have less of a problem with that. Her foot could be directly, her right foot. I don't know. It could be directly under her. She could just be leaning over, pressing some buttons.
Is she doing
I like it, though.
calisthenics?
No, but I don't mind that as much. I'm just saying,
She's
like
doing
I
yoga,
kinda like that.
maybe. That's one thing. Yeah, this is uncomfortable, but that might be what he was going for.
That's true.
Everyone's got problems with it, and it looks disgusting, but that might be what he was going for. So, I mean, it is a very generally uncomfortable scene altogether.
I mean, yeah.
I don't like the cutting off of her head here. I would have zoomed this entire shot out a little bit here. Oh, darn it.
I don't have that big a problem with that one because she's removing herself from the scene altogether. So, I mean, I mean, I'd have to see it. It might be better the way you're talking about, but I don't have, right off the top of my head, I don't really have a big problem with that.
Well, then you get the entirety of there's actually a door she's walking out of because we didn't really establish it very well.
Because he's starting to bring the focus in on the two characters. Like I like that. So
Yeah, like I'm saying, give it some foreground, midground, background stuff. And then I would have, because this seems to come out of nowhere. We know it's him, but like visually, we don't really feel it. So either, if you're just going to focus on the mouth, bring the collar up. So at least we have
there you
something
go.
Yeah, that's it right there.
identification. If you're not going to do the
Clarify it
whole
right
face,
Yeah, and if it is the guy on the bed, yeah, you're gonna have to tilt it completely sideways. But I would move that panel, or around in the other panel because it's setting off to the bottom right is kind of weird for me. Because this, yeah, I would either make it the entire length or close to the length of the panel, yeah, or just make it another panel altogether.
I would have leaned it in too.
Oh crap! There you go. Oh dang, that's good. Oh, I like.
I don't, not necessarily the panel like that, but like him leaning. It's more like there's some threatening motion going in instead of him just going, "Look, Grandpa, I got fangs now." You know. What do you think, Gary?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like that
yeah.
one a lot more. The panel that you redid with her walking out. But I don't know. I feel like the whole thing happens way too fast. Like all of a sudden, I have no context for this, and all of a sudden, this kid's just like, like I feel, and like maybe he should have looked. I don't know. I feel like there should be a
Made
whole
the
nother
coast is
page.
clear.
Yeah, there could be a lot more. Like they could have had him walking down the hall after panel 2 with a receptionist, coming, like maybe even a scene where a close up on his hand touching the door.
Yeah, looking a little
Yeah.
suspicious.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
this is really going fast, which is fine if that's the pace he's trying to get or she.
Right.
But yeah, I agree. I would like to see more.
It would have been a good time to have an extra beat. Might as well go to the next page.
Oh, there's another page. Oh,
There's another page.
I'm like, boom, we're moving. When that chick just came
Whoa.
right back in, did she like hear him eating him or?
I don't know.
She
Yeah,
never made it out.
that's an awkward.
Yeah, then
They're
she's just like, boom, back.
Well,
Yeah.
no, they're at a different. Man, there's a different wing of that hospital where they got sexy nurse now. I mean, I don't know where
I know this chick.
they offer different services at this hospital.
She don't even. Yeah, she got her. Whoa, what is this? A Halloween? Whoa, okay.
Is what?
Look
Oh,
at.
that's
Well, she
pretty-
got like her little lingerie suspenders on and everything. That all of a sudden makes
that's
no
a different-
sense.
That's a different nurse. That's him running.
Oh, that's a different nurse.
the
Yeah.
hallway.
No, I know that, but why would she be wearing something completely different from the other nurse? Like this nurse looks normal, and she's wearing like normal nurse
Like she's
scrubs.
doing cosplay.
This nurse gets paid more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
looks
yeah.
like she's working on the side. That's
yeah.
interesting.
She came in. She came in because they're from a party.
Well, it's a little confusing because it looks like the first panel has 2 panels in it. So we'll say 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5. He's running past the receptionist, it looks like. And then 6, he should be out the door.
It looks like he's jumping
over a
onto
bed.
another bed, but that looks
Yeah.
like it's out in a hallway.
Yeah. It's a little bit confusing. It also looks like the corner wasn't finished.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would have taken the second panel where he's looking up all bloody. I would have made that all the way to the other side of the page panel, and I would have blew it up a little bit better.
That would have been a splash page right there.
Yeah, that would have been a pretty big. I mean, you could have just made it a little bigger, moved him over a little bit. I'm going to tell you right now, like you don't need panel 4,
1, 2,
4, 5.
4. The running legs
Yeah.
and the receptionist.
You know
There's-
what?
This had
You
to
could have
be-
used
You
know
that
what,
panel. You could have
guys?
used that panel and had him busting out the door. You could have used those 2 panels and just had him like breaking the door or busting out of the door, and then he jumps over the bed, and that would have been great. That would have been good to me. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, blow that panel up, or just make it a small inset off to the right. I would have centered that and made that a big wide panel, but that's just me. Anyway.
I know, but I'm trying to make space for the rest of what's going on here. So
Oh, there you go.
He's got multiple pages here that he could break this into.
I like that. I like that too.
Yeah, I feel like there should be more pages because I'm wondering why she would even come back in, and I didn't even know she was back in the room, and now she's just screaming.
Yeah. Now I would take panel 4 and 5, and I would just make that one long panel where he's just busting through the door or opening the door, and that would have been that's a good.
yeah,
look.
this is there's a pointless panel here. So, yeah, let's. Oh, come on.
I mean, I do like how he reestablishes the receptionist, but it's not probably the right place to do that.
Yeah, now we're getting there.
Fat boy runs here. Um,
Door open.
screaming nurse. Ah, pointing.
Monster.
Knocking
Stop
over
that
old man. Knocking over old man holding his IV.
Oh,
bag.
dang.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Doors. Then
I would have had him. I would have had
Bed
him push
hurdle.
that
something
nurse.
down a hallway or something. Huh?
I like
I
the
would've
bed
had-
hurdle.
Sorry, I would have had him push that nurse who came back in instead of just her pointing at him. I'd have him like shoving her out of the way.
Is her
just like-
hand is her hand up against the wall? Because it could be, but it doesn't look like it.
I do not know.
Because because I would have had her up against the wall, and if that is what she's doing, it doesn't look like it. Maybe draw a line on the wall.
All
Or
right. So,
something.
anyways,
Oh,
nurse-
also, I
nurse
think this
in
old
some
man
sort
is
of chair.
jumping out of the bed suddenly.
You don't even have to do any of those panels you did, Mike. You could just move that whole thing up, change that nurse with the garter into the nurse who's at the door, and he's running past her. Or maybe jump in the bed or something.
I just don't get why there's a bed there either.
I would make that the room still.
Hey, boys, can you be a little quiet?
They're wheeling somebody.
I know,
wheeling
but I
somebody
can't
around.
hear my friends talking.
Yeah, and if he's sitting up, he doesn't look exactly like he's sitting on the
Yeah.
bed.
This is
Yeah, it looks like he tried to get out of the bed because he saw him coming.
It doesn't. I mean, what is even happening with this?
He's like holding the covers, I guess.
Wait, no.
Oh, he's got a cane in his hand?
He's got a cane in his bed.
no.
His
This
hand. Is
this
that what it
has nothing to do. This is somebody's foot.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh.
I don't
Should be
think I
down
would have
more to the
placed
front
him
of the
in front of the foot.
By
behind
the
the
way, your vanishing points, again, you're having trouble with vanishing points because this makes your vanishing point way down here. I don't even know that. Like,
Yeah, I would
like
flatten
half-
out those two
half-
lines up top a little bit. It would make them
Yeah.
a little more level.
yeah, like this would be like. I don't know why there's a bed in the middle of the hallway.
No, that's not even like a gurney you
Somebody's
push
getting
or
wheeled.
Not a
anything.
Bernie. That's just a bed.
That's a bed.
Don't they wheel beds around? I don't know.
They wheel but this is the kind of beds they wheel around. They have like,
They're like the
Yeah.
gurneys.
yeah, they're more gurney style, and you don't want to bring all of this stuff up so that you can have some identification. If the script was Fat Boy jumps over gurney, then you're gonna want to do this from a completely different
Yeah, no, I have less of a problem with that, but I would have moved it more into the panel and had somebody like sitting up or something. Unless,
all right.
because dead corpses don't get nice beds like that.
Yeah. If it was like jumps over gurney, then then bring the gurney up. I'm trying to think of what a good angle would be. Probably a little bit fisheyed
Because I love his little jump maneuver. Like I love.
Yeah, the jump is good.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
you'd
that's
have,
kind
like,
of exciting.
you could have like the gurney guy being the one surprised instead of the old man walking next to it. Maybe the nurse
Yeah.
pushing the gurney right down the hallway, and then you have good boy jump, wee, jumping over,
Yeah, you could have.
and then you also, because you have this sort of fisheye lens here, you can have people down the hallway going,
Oh,
oh my
dang.
gosh, what's going on down
That's a
there?
good
Yeah,
hallway,
yeah.
There
That's
you go.
nice.
So there you have an obstacle that makes sense that the viewers can understand. He's got to get past a thing, and then
I love your marshmallow kid.
But like that up angle was so cool though for the jump.
Yeah, the up angle is good, but that could,
That one is really good.
all right. Okay, we done with this one?
I think so.
Yes, Sensei!
I'm not gonna get old. That's not gonna get old.
I like it. I'm down with it. I'm just getting warmed up to it. I like it. Keep them coming.
All right. Goodness gracious, I'm not sure what I can do with this one, but
Is it awesome?
it is. Hold on, let me merge this up so I have some. It's IG-88.
Wait, which one is that? Is that from The Mandalorian?
It's entirely possible that this is the Mandalorian version of the IG unit.
Are those is that a popular model? That's the first time I've ever seen that model on that show.
IG-88 is it's a bounty hunter assassination droid.
Is it the superior model?
It's a superior model. It's the IG-1000.
Oh, let me look at this.
It needs to be rotated a little bit because it looks like he's about to fall back.
Yeah, you're right. If you're doing, here, let me do the layer here. If you're doing,
I mean, yeah, if you're just having him stand up straight, but if he's
standing up straight, his weight is on this foot, and therefore, his head should be directly above.
Okay,
line.
yeah. So if you're just gonna draw him like that, yeah, you need to straighten him up a little bit. But if he's on a different landscape, if you're gonna draw a landscape behind him, that totally
that would
fine.
make the difference, right?
That'll make a difference.
That works.
Yeah, that looks way better.
All right.
Great. Perfect.
This looks like it's being referenced.
Yeah.
I don't know what from, so I don't know. It looks like he did a fairly good job of referencing it. So I don't really.
Yeah, it looks great.
Looks great. Move on.
Yeah.
I mean, what
Maybe-
kind
You
of
guys-
shouldn't
you
they
guys
ask
want-
questions
oh,
like, what do you
all right.
think of, like, what do they want to work on? Because I mean, there's no style to it. It looks like kind of a portrait drawing. Like they totally went from reference. I don't know what they're trying to work on.
You have line weights where you shouldn't have line weights. Just work on your line work is all I'm gonna say on this one. Like
Work on your line work is very vague. Do you have any?
well, I mean, if you see the cable going down his left leg, you know, it's
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pencil drawing. You know, maybe you're gonna ink this, which is totally fine. I would work on, you know, some of the robots have hard edges, and some of this is a little bit soft here and there. But I
All right,
like.
we'll give him some stuff.
I don't have a
Because
problem with it.
because you are basically, looking at another illustration and drawing it, you have to keep in mind that even when you're looking at something and trying to translate it, you still have to think about the shapes and the forms that you are copying. So instead of just saying, okay, well, there's lines, you have to think this is a cylinder. So you have to think about it in 3 dimensions, right? I mean, this is way more literal than me telling you an arm is a cylinder or whatever is a cylinder, because you have lines here that are flattening these cylinders, and these are cylinders. So if you're going up and down, as it goes from your this is probably eye level here, and you're going down to foot level, the foot level end of the cylinder, you have to take into account that this is also on a perspective grid. The cylinder is. So the lower it is, obviously, the more curved the bottom of the cylinder is. And as you go up, that curve is going to flatten and flatten and flatten until you're at eye level. And you have to take that into account for every part of this thing. And when you're looking at it, since you're looking at a model or whatever, keep that in mind, right?
He only did it in a few places. It looked like he followed it pretty good.
Yeah, and then some places it's just.
It is crucial though.
Yeah. That gives you I talk about structure in anatomy. Well, this is structure in a structure. So that, and then the entire thing, you're still wanting to have it have some sort of a consistent light source, because right now it's like a lot of darks and a lot of lights, but they seem like they're just, it just flattens the whole thing out. Right. So if you had, say, see, your light source is on the left here, obviously. If you had, lightened up,
Is that a big
more.
scalpel on his back?
Something like that. Something. Just lighten up more on this side. You can have the shadow under the what do you call it? Arm there. This arm is on the other side, so it's a little darker. And then just lighten up some parts so that it has that kind of it gives it more dimension, like, and so you can darken up some of these areas over here. And if you wanted to start, working on core shadows, you could give a nice cool bounce light on the whole
Bounce light.
right hand side.
Yeah, also with how you had the feet cut off just then, actually his left leg looks like it's going forward rather than his right leg
Yeah. It
at
looks
the
like
angles on the leg.
Yeah, because and that's what Mike was talking about, those
Mhm.
curves. That's
Yeah.
exactly where he messed up right there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's hard to do a lot of critiquing on a IG88 drawing because it's bucket of bolts. But I hope that helps. Does that help? Does that
Yeah,
make
help me.
sense? It helps you?
It looks better, but like
Yeah, what you did looks better.
also it looks a little muddy.
Over rendered, Joe Marone. Yep, that's exactly right. What she was saying, muddy. That's the over rendering.
Yeah.
So keep the contrast up. Don't try to detail everything. I know coming from me, that's a little silly. But boys,
And this may be a small sketchbook, and it might be hard to draw small, but I mean, yeah, work on like hard edges and clean up the lines works. And
Yeah.
all right. All right. Shall we move on? Nobody? No one?
oh
answered?
yeah,
I
yes,
thought
Sensei.
you were just gonna say yes, Sensei.
Yes,
Yes, Sensei!
koala. Does that
Victim of my own joke.
kanji on your forehead read koala kai?
Koala Con.
Sure. All right. We've got Pugglestar here. Hold on. Image mode.
Oh,
RGB.
it's wild, man. Wow.
It's in color.
Pugglestar. Oh, Snaggletooth.
Snaggletooth.
I'm
like
gonna reiterate what was said about the last one. When you over render every single square inch,
Yeah, when it's uniformly rendered, yeah.
it flattens the image. So I don't know how to fix that in a full color render. But if you would lighten certain spots, it's just like when you're drawing, if you're drawing something that's a sphere, you're rendering, your rendering gets darker around the edge of the sphere, so it gives your rendering, whatever your rendering is, whether it's scales or
I like this drop shadow on his left ear. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
helps it stand out a lot.
That
Yeah,
does
more or
give it a
less
little
of that.
but see if you're giving more rendering over here, a little bit over here, and then maybe some over here, but then you're lightening this up. Hold on. Just removing some. It's not everything, but it just gives it a little bit more depth.
Yeah, that already looks better.
And then maybe a little bit under there. Other than that, it's a very strange little creature. I won't.
I mean, he tried to do it on his right side of his neck a little bit, but it just doesn't stand out as much as it should. And it's the lighting for the shadow on the right side of his neck and the left side of his head on the ears throws me off a little bit.
Well, I don't like that you have the rendering going up this way and then you have it this way. If it should be this way. If it's
Maybe he got an ear transplant from another. He can't.
right. Gary, got anything to add?
No, I think that like everything you said is exactly right.
I
I
believe
think
it.
the person just needs to draw more. You need to draw and keep drawing and look at other things. Look at
Yeah.
things that you like that are like this styles maybe of other artists that draw things that you really like and try to. I mean, at this point, I would even say try to duplicate what they're doing, and when you do that, you'll understand. Oh, that's why they did that. Unless, well, no, just do that.
Yeah,
Look
if
at
you draw a little shadow under his tongue too, on his bottom of the chin, that would look awesome. But and draw it intermittent to where there's little furs, yeah. Even a little more, but anyways, yeah, this one's I'm done with this one. And
Yeah, and I was just saying, just doing it.
I like the eyes a lot better now.
Eyes, eyes,
Yeah.
yeah, especially black eyes. You need to have that reflection because eyes are spheres, and they have certain reflection. Oh, jeez, look at that. They have reflections on them because they're wet. So they're like little glass orbs. Whatever the light source is, you're gonna have that light source reflected in the eye, unless the eye is hooded to the point where it isn't seeing the light source. But these are big, giant globe eyes, so definitely would have seen that. All right. Moving on. Let's see. Oh, this is a fun one.
Man, how many did you guys get through last time? We're setting them up and
Knocking them down. I know. And if we run out of them this time because we didn't get as many, there's some I didn't get to last time, I think.
I'm just saying, yeah, this is. Ooh, let me look at this.
All right. We've got here.
Check out that moon. Oh, I like the skull
Anyone?
on the platform.
that looks great. I mean, I'd have to really, really just sit here and scrutinize it. It's a good piece.
That's the point.
Well, I mean, they could be
I
giving
don't
pointers.
like his abs.
I don't like his attitude.
I
Well,
feel
let me
like everything is way too symmetrical. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I
it
don't-
almost feels like it was drawn on a computer with the symmetrical tool on.
Yeah,
Let me-
exactly. Except he kind of tweaked the faces a little bit.
The only thing that really stands out to me right now is her arms are raised pretty high, so I feel like her chest shouldn't be hanging so low, and that may be
Yeah,
just
her
a small,
boobs should be shaped
it should
differently
be
than
raised
that.
a little bit and shaped a
Yeah.
little bit differently, in my opinion. But I mean, I'd have
I
to
agree.
go.
It also is strange. The top figure's holding these two swords, and it looks like he's stabbing himself in the head.
Mm.
Ah, yes, that is a problem of tangents.
I also feel like those bats were just a bat brush, and he just like poked them on there.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
I'm just saying.
I would draw a bunch of more. Actually, I would draw a bunch of more little ones back there.
If I were doing a complimentary show, I'd point out that's a good face.
Yeah, I like the face.
But we're
It
not
is a
doing
nice
that.
face. I don't like his hips
What'd you say,
too.
Mike? I
I
didn't
feel
catch
like
it.
should have a shape to them.
I said, but we're not doing that.
We're not allowed to do that apparently.
No compliments. All right, you know what? Let's do.
His legs look a little small. His
Yeah.
his torso is too big for his arms and his legs, I think.
I also feel like the feet are at the wrong angle. They should be face down a little more.
They could look better. Yeah. They could.
Yeah. They're
Alright.
too like flat up.
Arms up. That would bring the breasts up,
Yes.
probably up around here, and at an angle if they're real.
Yeah, that's
About like that.
and I like making the women shapely and like she looks like a cylinder right there.
Yeah, I would.
Bring her
In that her arms are raised up,
hips
yeah,
in.
she would be
I mean,
sucking
bring
it in a little bit
Bring your
more.
waist in and
Yeah. Yeah.
More ribbage.
more.
You got it.
Yeah, don't be afraid to like shape the thighs too. Especially if she's on her knees, their thighs are gonna be out more.
Yeah, and then these straps aren't they don't match the curve of her
Yeah.
thighs. So the straps would have to go this way.
I would draw it for
I would
me.
draw her calves too.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
longer, a little bit longer knees. I would draw the sword. I would move the sword in her left hand a little bit over to the left because it looks like it's a little bit too far to the right. That's a small. Don't worry about that, Mike. Keep going
This?
where you're going. Yeah,
I'd move it over to the left.
that's what I said. Move it
Yeah,
over to the left.
Yeah, because it's not. It's like it.
Yeah, because it looks like she's holding more. Don't be afraid to put things deep in the hand.
Right. Because you have to account for things are being squeezed. You know, like
Right.
almost draw it like into their skin
But I do
more
like
than you would think.
this. Don't get me wrong. You're doing it a lot better than a lot of other people, and the guns in the hand look really awesome too.
Yeah, the guns, the hands on the guns are really nicely drawn, and that's actually at a really good angle.
No complimenting, please.
Sorry.
Yeah, I like how he did the forearms too. How he
Yes, Sensei!
This is the appropriate response to me telling you not to.
Sorry, no.
But
All right,
yeah,
let's
his
get this body.
legs are small. His arms and legs are small compared to his torso and his head.
Yeah, and his body looks kind of extruded and smooth, like there should be some, his handles on his hips.
Yeah,
There's like,
it draws the obliques.
yeah,
I know,
you need
yeah.
those. That makes it, you like seriously, just keep on practicing anatomy. Yes, there we go. Yeah, the feet like that pointed down more. Yeah.
Yeah, and his knees
I
are.
like drawing those flat dress shoes, man. I like drawing them a lot.
That. And then this chest is driving me bananas.
Yeah, his arms are raised too super high, but yeah, I wouldn't cup him so much if that makes sense. He's got
This
some
is
heavy
just-
breasticles.
Hold on, I gotta deal with this. This is just
Yes.
a tattooed on six pack, right?
Yeah.
The rib cage. Oh, okay. The rib cage comes like this, right? Six pack belly button goes between this third and fourth. So the placement isn't too bad except for this top part. This is so Jim Lee, this weird barrel chest thing that. Anyways, the ribs here, these, they do come down here as well, but the serratus anterior, it kind of goes at an angle here, and it's not just this. The serratus anterior weaves into the rib cage like this, right? So we're coming
Yeah, I
here,
need a lesson on this. I don't even know.
right, like that. And then, yeah, that's just the obliques getting a little extra definition here. I would, let's see, if he's got his arms out like that, then his lats are coming out.
Yeah.
Gives him more of a V shape. Let's see where the muscles go here. This isn't too bad, but this, I don't know if this is just your reflections or what, but from the wrist to the elbow, that's bone right there. You have muscles on either side, but right, Weldon? You're in martial arts. You learn that's a weapon.
Oh yeah, you gotta. Oh, elbows are nasty.
That bone, no, the whole forearm. The
Oh, I
bone,
dig it. Yeah, you
down the forearm. That's a weapon.
Yeah, you're taught to flatten your forearm against whatever surface you're trying to hit or block because you have those two bones and you want them to hit flat.
Yeah, and in Wing Chun, you deaden the nerves against with other part. You hit each other in the forearm until those nerves are dead, and this just becomes a freaking lethal weapon. But so there's no like weird striating muscles over there.
I like what you tried with that, but I mean, yeah, if you want to.
And again,
It is weird how the arm is structured, man.
like that. Let's give him some traps for Mecha. This is just, I think he's doing a shadow here, so I'm okay with that. Really good faces. Not that I'm
Yeah.
complimenting. And yeah, that's just a really weird placement of the swords. Gary's point is like dead
Why
on.
do people draw swords with the edge like Attack on Titan style? People do that all the time.
I don't know, but what else is screwing it up here? This rendering. You've got the rendering from the handle, which is supposed to be a cylinder, through the blade of the sword, which is supposed to be flat, and it's the same render.
It would look a little flatter,
Wait.
yeah, the blades.
Yeah, but actually the blade looks twisted
If I were
if
you,
you look at it.
yeah, it looks twisted. I would draw them flatter, and I would draw them longer to where they kind of crossed a little bit too. You'd get rid of that problem altogether if you wanted to draw them longer.
Yeah, how could you do that?
Just draw them to where they're popping out on both sides of the head. Yeah, they're crossing over.
Over his head?
Yeah, I think that would look pretty cool. But yeah, they're rotated a little too clockwise
Mm.
and then counterclockwise. for the
Because
right.
I hate that scimitar.
No, I would thin them out, and I would rotate them counterclockwise for the right hand
Oh, I see.
and clockwise for the right hand,
So you're saying
because they don't match up with his knuckles. I guess is what I'm
Ah.
saying.
sorry, I'm using a really
Is
old.
that what you were saying, Siege?
Well, yeah, because like at the bottom, according to the way it is at the top, it does look like it's twisting. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
the
yeah.
angle of it on the
Yeah, you get
on
the
the
idea
handle.
You're
Yeah.
thinking something like that.
now. Yeah, I think that would look. A
And
little
then the
bit better.
handle should actually be angled differently, like, because see how the hand is?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, they might match the curvature of the fingers.
Yeah, it needs to go like
But I do like-
skinnier down at the butt of the handle.
I do like how the hands are like butted up right up against the guards, though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's cool that you did that.
Yeah, but the hands are. I mean, if we're turning the handles like that, then the hands have to go in a different direction. What?
Yeah, this is good
Mhm.
stuff. This is good stuff.
Why did you cut your thing?
Whoa,
Uh,
she's got
I
snub.
like it.
She's got snub nose bangs. Did she just?
Okay.
I like it. It looks cute.
Thank you.
they're crooked.
You're welcome.
They are crooked.
Did you mean to? I like how bangs are curved over the eyes. Does that make sense?
You mean like
like this?
that?
Yeah,
Oh,
like they're
yeah.
not cut straight across. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you're trying to do.
Alright. I need this back.
You don't like it, Mike?
Yes, Sensei!
Accept your daughter's will.
Anyways, I hate change.
Understandable.
I hate it. I like. She has to grow her hair back when she was a little girl.
So with my dad.
I like how the tubes are on his left hand are going on the opposite side of his forearm guard and the other side, but on his right hand it looks like they're both coming off the top of the.
Yeah, the
Small.
tubes are. I mean, first of all, if you look at it, the way it's going in, this doesn't make any sense at all. Right?
That would be tricky to actually
Because-
for.
Because this is
Mhm.
going behind his shoulder pad, but it's coming out this direction.
Right,
hmm
So it would go in front of him. So it would really have to just be.
the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just cut them off and made them, there you go. Yeah. But I like but it looks different on his other hand because it's one on each side of it. and
One
that's kinda-
does.
that's
Yeah,
kinda-
but
Yeah.
it's doing the same thing.
It's kind of cool, but it still probably doesn't work.
No. No worky. All right. Anything else we can do with this? It's mostly just anatomy stuff and mostly just tweaks.
Yeah, like her boobs look way better.
Gary, do you concur?
I concur.
Alright.
I would make him a little bit bigger in the shoulders and the arms and the legs.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're just going over anatomy. But yeah, I would take that and I would just make him bigger because his head, it still looks a little big for his body. But yeah, you get the idea.
Yeah, I think that's a style thing more than anything else.
Well, probably.
All right. Let's see what is next. Copy. Zoom. Bam. Oops.
Do you take your finished drawovers and do you send them to me or post people or what? How do you do
Nope,
it? Or they just have to screenshot what you did?
that's correct.
It's recorded.
It's recorded for posterity. There you go.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of work, I guess.
All right, let's let Siege go first on this one.
Me go first.
Yes, Sensei!
I think this person needs more practice with anatomy and angling. This guy with his knee going forward doesn't look like his knee is actually going forward.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assessing, Mike. Don't rush me.
Don't what?
Also, I said don't rush me. This guy in the background, like, there's a lot of angles on here that could be corrected, but like, I really paid attention to his goggles. His goggles do not look correct, and I feel like they could be more dynamically angled.
Oh, look, he's got earrings. The lion.
Oh,
dude.
he does have earrings.
Are we focusing on the earrings?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
I never draw earrings. You're never gonna see me draw earrings ever.
Why?
I just
little
forget every time. It's not a style choice. I literally just forget. I just don't think about it.
And I don't know. To me, it looks like this person's still trying to find their style as well, and that's really hard to make characters your own and it actually look the way you want it to when you're trying to find your style. Also, the clothing I would work on as well.
I like how you're trying to draw like legit belt buckles and everything like that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I'm not supposed to compliment. Sorry.
Oh, well, is that an inset light bulb in his chest? Is that like? Is
No,
that
that's
a
a heart.
Wait, say that again. What?
That is a heart.
Oh, it's a little heart window.
It's a heart window, so people
Oh.
know exactly where to target him.
Oh.
Also, now that you zoom in, are these like hollow? Are those like bolts? I can't tell if they're bolts or hollow.
They look like bolts.
Bolt?
Okay. Because I was going to say those are at the wrong
Oh,
angle
are-
if they're hollow.
No, see, it's a bolt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. It's hard when you're looking at it because I can't just like point at it, But like the belts around his arm also aren't going at the right angle. On the robot guy.
Oh,
If you gave the robot guy like a major lat implant on his left side, that would be awesome. Like he would look a lot better. And all I would say is a little shadow on the rock underneath them would go a long way
to ground them.
to ground them. Yeah, make them look like they're standing on the.
Yeah, they almost have like a floating quality to them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, anything you want to add?
I think Siege nailed it.
I nailed it.
Nailed it, dude.
I just think they should focus on their style and really try to practice drawing more.
She bolted it.
I disagree completely.
Do you?
I do.
On style?
Yeah, I think style is not something you. Okay, if you're going all the way to inks, then it is something you need to worry about. But I think first you need to understand your structural failure.
Well, that's what I said in the first place was, anatomy and practicing
Yeah.
angles.
Yeah, I know. And then style is like, oh, gosh, it's just frosting, man. Make your cake first.
To me, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. All of it. I'm not saying to mostly focus on your style. It just they need practice with anatomy and angling.
Oh, it's too small.
Yeah, and his
But
fist.
yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
What's that?
It's-
It would be really cool if that dude had something in his hand, because his hand just down there,
Yeah,
or his fingers out, or something like that. Like if he was gonna,
yeah, like
I
would've-
fingers out,
I
like
would have had
action.
him picking up a wrapper off the ground.
Psycho Man. It's hard to draw anatomy in slacks or pants and fabric and stuff like that. I don't know.
Well, that's what you do when you're doing. If you are doing clothing, then you simplify. You're doing your cylinder stuff, right? So you do the cylinders, the balls, the cylinders, and then you have your slacks, and gravity, man, gravity. Because see here, you have the slack like just poking off the side, but it's gravity has this thing where it falls down. I know that sounds.
I've never heard of that
Yeah,
one.
unless you got some.
What is this
Bro.
new?
Did they usually starch their bell bottoms? I wasn't really there.
Well, see, like on here, it might count because it might
Starts
work
the-
almost, but it would still be like the bell would shift to the down position, right?
I couldn't tell if those were supposed to be bell bottoms or slacks.
I think they're bell bottoms, but even bell bottoms, dude, you have feet in them, so the bottom of the bell, they're not bell
Yeah,
bottoms.
the fabric will
floods, right?
It'll set on top of the foot a little bit.
Yeah, so it'd set on top of the foot, and then it would fold, and then the fold would crease and go up to the knee. The knee
There you
is
go.
your point of
Oh,
drape.
that's great. Yeah.
That's where the drapage comes from, and then obviously the crotch you want to have.
Yeah, there was a little too much fabric on the inside of his left knee. I think it's a much better hand. I mean, his hand being down there and not having anything in it or doing anything was a missed opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you should do like more knuckle, like Mike has the one out, because it just looks like his fist would be like kind of turned this way, and it doesn't even look good that
You
way.
can even have the hand going on the other side, like he's holding it backwards. Like you could do all kinds of things with that hand. It was just you got to do
Yeah,
something. You got to put something in.
He
that
could be
hand.
pushing a
Mhm.
button on the ground, opening up a portal,
He could be playing whack-a-mole. He could be punching a mole in the ground.
shooting
Here,
a
sit.
marble.
Sit
All right.
down, mole.
Continuing with this, you have one shadow here, and I'm not going to discourage you. This, it's good. You should have a shadow, but then you have one tiny little shadow here, and then you have the shadow on the knee coming from a different light source. So you have this light source, and then you have this light source for the shadow on the knee. If you're gonna have shadows, I mean, take advantage of them, and be consistent with where they need to be on the body. It'll give your shape, form, and weight.
That's pretty.
Gary does.
That looks pretty cool.
So,
Yeah, I like it.
And then you could even do the whole head drops a shadow. And then you could even that makes the lens on this side of his face even look cooler.
But I would
Right.
I would lower his left thigh, or I would lower his belt line a lot more. Anyways, that's just me. Yeah.
Maddie. Also, that guy's package.
I mean, that's a package. But his right leg is too
I think he's just
straight.
carrying his wallet in the front of his pants.
Listen, his package is way too far out. There we go.
And he's
Yeah.
got
I mean, who Lion Anatomy. I mean, who knows?
Right.
All right,
He's
all right,
packing
all
it
right.
in.
Fine on that. Wow,
I
that's
like how his foot
that's
is
a
kind of
broken.
up.
That's a broken knee. So maybe it is.
Yeah,
lion
the
anatomy.
angle on that boot.
You know how lion legs actually go like this? Maybe that's what he's going for. But
That'd
since
be kinda cool.
this one has a knee, I'm gonna guess he doesn't have one lion foot and one human foot. So
Why not?
you if you're gonna leave the thigh here, then
That's the
follow
message for
through
tonight.
down
Why
here
the heck not?
and bring that other foot back here so that this leg doesn't look like it's been broken by this guy. This guy broke his leg. That's the
Well,
story.
his leg kind of has to be down that far because he's on a slope. I mean,
That's true. All right, let's see what we can do to accommodate where let's start with the foot. Right? then the leg has to be this way.
Also, the angle where the boot is going up by the knee, like, just pay attention to the angles things are going. The boot's like going like way up the side of his leg, the inside of his leg.
Oh, you mean here? Yeah, it's right up.
No, no, no. It was here. See, it started like sort of under the knee, and then it goes over the knee on this leg.
This
You
way?
can,
I can't.
yeah,
see.
this one. So it goes
Oh.
up.
Yeah, make sure. But this is still.
That's
You
too
don't-
high.
Don't put a
No, yeah, that's
boot
too
all the
high.
way up here. So you got to give your calf a little room to bend. So start your boot a little bit lower. You boot. Start
a
your boot.
nice
Whatever you
look.
decide, just
Nice.
make them uniform.
That also makes his stance cooler too. It looks like he's kind of like standing back a little bit.
Yeah, I like it, swagger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look at this marshmallow arm.
Yeah. And
There's
his
no structure here in this arm.
bicep is really pushed forward.
Yeah, it's like
Well, his arm is turned. Yeah, his arm is turned inward. His forearm is turned inward, but his bicep is like his arm is turned
elbow
out.
is up here.
Yeah, his arm
That's
like
his
that
elbow.
actually looks like the sword would be going through his leg.
True. It's
Yeah.
actually going between his legs, like here.
Yeah, that's what it would look like. Yeah. That he's kind of holding it back. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's not where you want an elbow. You want it down. You want to have a tricep. Elbow should be down here,
Yeah, and that's even worse on the other side with the arm.
and then
Yeah, hands on humans usually drop right. The wrist is usually right at the bottom of the crotch.
Mm. Yeah, I always like if I'm stuck on something, I always try to like compare to my own body. What's
I mean-
going on?
You know, lion anatomy.
Yeah.
yeah, lion anatomy. Which, by the way, has no neck because you have his pectorals going all the way up to his chin, which isn't accurate either. So, pecs.
Lion anatomy.
Lion. All right. I'll go. Yeah. Again, this other hand, you've got it
Sure.
right here, which means he's had his upper arm removed. From his
Removed.
body. Either that or he's got
You
it.
just move
back
the
like
forearm
this.
down. It would, yeah, be behind his body.
Yeah. So you could twist it like that, or you could just bring the whole thing down to about here. So those are your options. Face is cool. Face is cool. Let's see. What about her?
My favorite thing to do for ladies' legs is like I draw, say her right leg. I like it having it come in a little, the knee come in a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you. This is wrong.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
her legs are too far over. I mean,
Also, I feel like guys overemphasize girls' crotch for some reason. You
Yeah,
don't need to
she
do that
also-
at all. Don't
she's
do the
also
wrinkles
holding-
above her crotch.
She's also carrying her wallet in her.
Right.
So if you've got her hip up and her shoulder, this, we get this, but then this has to be where the weight is,
that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, bring the knee in a little bit.
right? At that point,
Yeah, see, he was right. Don't stop him.
oh, didn't seem like that's what you were talking about. So, like that is a more natural,
And dynamic pose.
yeah. And as Siege said, no crotch wrinkles, please.
No crotch wrinkles.
And yeah, have the belt laying on her hip. That's always fun.
That's always cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and like try to
again,
focus on what
crotch-
angles clothes would lay at as well on the body.
Yeah. And again, as Matt said, crotch, wrists, hands down here. You have them too high, which makes her have midget arms.
Especially if her right shoulder is dropped so much,
Mhm.
it would be right around there. Still.
Bang bang. Ooh. And then her breastages would be at the same angle as her shoulders.
Dang, man, this is a good lesson for me.
Also,
taking-
pushed up boobs are pretty hard to draw in general.
I'm just saying, I've never had such a detailed anatomy lesson in my life. This is all for me, really.
All right. And I think you guys covered L.
Yeah, look at that gluteus.
Yeah.
I like his. Yeah, you draw that little bump, man, on the backside, little gluteus bump. I love it.
And again, serratus anterior. The word serratus, serrates, right? Goes into it. Weaves.
Ceratarius.
Serratus anterior. They weave with the ribs like that.
Mm.
Like that. I know this
Like-
is
Like a wicker chair, Mike.
like a wicker chair. That is correct. And then those blend into the latissimus dorsi, which is yeah. Anyways, all right.
I like how he's punching her in the back of the head.
He should be like, oh wait.
Yeah, let give yourself. Yeah, let your.
Like he's about to grab her head.
Try to
And
work
there's
around
another
figures. Yeah.
giant
yeah.
paw, just like resting on his shoulder over here. Hey, buddy.
Buddy.
He's holding on so he won't fall over.
That's nice. Some nice interaction between them. Yeah.
Otherwise, man, this is a great attempt at like a gang layout or a group layout. Yeah.
We do not compliment here.
Yes, Sensei!
I could be down with a shot like that.
It's like he didn't hear me at all.
No, I didn't register. Sorry.
Yes, Sensei!
More
All right.
mercy.
Lord of mercy, Lord of mercy. All right, I'm not entirely sure. Someone took my my advice.
Hey, we all need to have these drawings in advance so we can draw on them too.
I want to draw on one.
They're all on Twitter, Gary.
I need to get a freaking tablet though. I feel so out of the.
This is someone who took my advice last time.
Is this
It
a
looks
manual
great.
cover?
Whoa.
Beautiful. Print,
One-
cut, print. That's a wrap.
Wait, the left one is way more inflated than the right one.
Well, that's
Perspective.
it's nature. It's nature.
It's like her left one's getting yanked on by a supermassive black hole or
It's
something.
never, perfectly balanced, as all things should be. All right, let's do this little piggy.
That's pretty cool.
All right, let's see if we can.
I like the musculature. Ooh, dang, battle damage on the chest.
All right, we will let Matthew go first on this one.
Okay, so his feet turned inward are not really working. For me anyways.
Maybe he's pigeon-toed.
With the way his muscles on his leg, his right ankle doesn't line up with his but I mean I really like your musculature on this. Like the chest, biceps. I don't like how he's holding his sword in his left hand. Draw that thing over his hand. Draw the guard over his hand. Let's see what else. You have a more defined inside thigh muscle right above his knee on his right leg, but not on his left leg. But I mean, you're probably doing a lot of things better than me, so you can go on to the next person.
All right, Siege. Actually, you went
Well-
first this time, Gary.
Okay. Yeah. Sure, Gary.
Well, I don't know turtle anatomy, but I see a difference in the width of the thighs, the thickness.
Yeah.
But maybe they narrow. Maybe when you're looking at a certain angle, they're narrower, and then they from the side, maybe they're fatter. I don't know, but that's a little bit something there. But overall, though, I think that it's quite nice. Just a few things like what Matt pointed out about that one left-handed sword grip.
Well, the thing, yeah, real quick, like whenever you're drawing, I don't know if you're drawing through the bandages on his ankles and his wrists, because it doesn't look like they line up when it comes out to from his forearm to his wrist. When you draw the bandages, like his right arm, the muscles are going downward, but they don't look like they line up with his wrist when it come out of the bandage. Does that make sense? Same thing on his feet. That's just another small thing.
Right. It's almost like they need to be rotated or something. Or is he going to make it wrap back around the bone? I don't know.
It's not horrible. It
He got
must.
the ribs. It looks like he did Mike's rib thing, at least on that one side. Or maybe both sides. It also looks like his belt is kind of curling around his
Oh,
package.
Turtle junk.
tangent.
Kind
Is that
of
a tangent?
caught there.
Turtle junk.
I kind of thought that's what he was going for, but that would have to be some pretty
Right
big
on.
junk.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes,
The wind machine is blowing.
yeah, things get caught in places, bro. Sometimes.
It does.
But if you turn that left foot out, it really the right foot could work a little bit
No,
better.
someone made a point. That's actually an appropriate Wing Chun pose.
I think
Oh,
the
is it?
problem with
you
it
turn
though
your feet in.
is the left leg is a little wonked
Yeah, but
because
it's-
it looks like he's supposed to be bending his knee, but it looks like his leg is extended rather, and the angle's just wrong on it.
I didn't know you could practice Wing Chun with samurai swords or ninja swords, though.
That's a good point. It's a fair point. Point
Also-
to Weldon.
His pelvis.
Yes, Sensei!
Turn that
Oh
left
my
foot out.
gosh!
Turn that left foot out, and it'll look out.
You know, actually looking at it though, this doesn't really bother me. I mean, I feel like being kind of picky.
That's
for
the
sure.
point.
what this show's
That's
about.
what critique is.
Yeah, this at this point is really picky because this is a
For
really
sure.
good picture, but also his nose.
I'm
just-
going to disagree with all of you.
Look at his
We
leg.
don't have a pen, Mike.
No, his leg's
This
wrong.
is a guy who has a rudimentary understanding of anatomy, a decent style, but no real sense, no actual sense of anatomy. Like he's been looking at comics and trying to figure out how stuff works, but he doesn't understand the structure behind the anatomy, right? Like,
I see what you're
Mm.
saying. Yeah.
whoops, wrong panel. What am I doing? What am I doing? All right. Ooh, let's do the blue.
Oh snap!
Doing the blue.
It's time to light it up.
Trying to light it up. All right, so and let me get back to my draw over panel. So here he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 deltoids.
hmm
Is that what
Unless
that's called?
he's trying to make that the trap, in which case it starts way too forward because the trap would start here,
Turtle anatomy.
right? And then you have the forearm muscles here, which don't wrap all the way around to the back of the forearm. They come to the mid of the forearm here. So he's wrapping. See what I mean? It's like he's got a rudimentary sense, and it looks good, and people who don't actually know what they're talking about wouldn't see this.
It's a turtle.
Well, yeah. So that's what I would say about this drawing is like he's posed to show off anatomy. Like you can, yeah. And I would go for a more dynamic pose. But like I said, he's literally just standing there to show off like anatomy and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. But even here, look at this whole arm. Maybe it's the angle, but it's flattened out
Yeah.
completely, right? So if you're making that bicep, it's kind of just weird. Tricep has to go higher up in the arm.
And curve that forearm around
Yeah, do something. Bend it like that,
like it's coming at you now, almost.
right? and then this.
I would draw that sword coming in a little bit
I would
too.
have
Mhm.
wrapped the thing this way on his forearm.
You're missing an opportunity. The sword just going off panel like that is not really working. Draw it coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. It's gonna cut his freaking leg off.
That looks way better.
And then this, these are called quadriceps, and you've got the central quadricep being this massive muscle here. That's actually the smallest part of the quadricep. This right here is your biggest quadricep, and then here, and then here, and then the muscles come through.
Yeah, for me, it's like all about missed opportunities. Yeah, try to get that dynamic shot.
Yeah, but I'm just going with the pose he's got.
I know. I'm letting you do that. I'm just commenting on stuff to the side. But yeah, having that sword come in, huge difference to me anyway.
Actually, what I would have done on the sword. Sorry, something's like my eyes. It feels like I got salt in my eye. Too much salt. Too much salt. I would have brought it up like this.
I like that. Yeah, I was just going
Yeah, I
off
like
the
that.
other one. I mean, you can have him have one down and one up. You leave that one down and have the one.
Yeah,
up.
I like
mean,
the
that's
one
cool.
down and the
Yeah.
one up.
I mean, yeah, play around with it, see what you think. I mean, maybe angle it a little bit different, but yeah, one down, one up. That's cool too.
Or even, more like across his face. Like that.
But yeah, just going off panel, no bueno.
Sometimes people are afraid to cover people's faces because it's like, I drew a great face.
I mean, that's a good turtle. That's a good grumpy turtle face.
I did have a problem with the nose, though. The nose should be more like longer, and it looks like a little flat and more
That's-
beak-like. I did have
That's
a
a
problem.
turtle. That's a turtle thing. And then this is another weird thing is like Siege was saying, it looks like these knees are supposed to be bent,
Mm-hmm.
but the way the rendering is here, it just looks like they're perfectly straight.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Kind of looks like he's on his tippy toes right there.
Yeah.
He's on lava. Lava.
Yeah.
Somehow or another, I would have put his feet out like this, and I would have curved so you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Bring the knee pad down a little bit.
Yeah, the knee pad is really what throws it.
All right, I'm about to draw something while Mike does this. I'm about to do this. I can't stand this no more. I can't stand it no more. I'm about to fix them legs.
So if I was doing that pose, that's how I would handle the feet, right?
Here's.
And I understand the Wing Chun thing, but I don't think
I don't
that's-
even understand. I don't understand the chun. All right.
along those lines. I don't know what Matt's doing.
Well, y'all keep talking. I'm gonna, unless
What?
y'all want to watch me.
And then, I would definitely have
I'll
moved
watch.
somewhere else.
Do they have
All right,
super long?
let's see what Sensei Matthew has to.
Okay,
show.
I'm gonna do it crudely, but I'm just gonna say where you're having the legs kind of like on a flat surface, but there's a really cool perspective opportunity where you could have had the turtle's legs kind of. Can you see that?
It's already amazing.
And
Yes, like that. Because the way, also
Yeah, and
the
then you
way
could have
he
drawn like a
turned a
really-
little bit.
yeah, like a flat foot going this way, and because you could have just left the turtle foot curved in.
Oh, that looks great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you get the idea, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Because you can see how his shell is turning, like the way Maddie angled it right there. That's actually the way the shell is turning when the other picture,
Yeah, I
how
don't think
he's
it
a
would
little
be.
twisted. I don't
Yeah,
think
I
his leg would be forward like that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think it would be too drastic of an attempt to try and angle like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right, take the screen off me now.
All right. Take the screen off of you. All right. So, we done with that one?
Yes, Sensei!
Moving on.
Oh, sweet. Oh, I thought it was cut off. Sweet. Is that a heart?
A heart?
So
Did she pull a heart out of somebody? What is that?
I think she's just got.
that's just her fist.
bloody
I thought you meant her butt.
Oh, a heart.
It's a nice butt.
Yeah, wait a minute. Take that crease off that left cheek going all the way. No,
Yeah.
the bottom one, the under. Is that a crease going all the way around her leg?
Yep.
Oh, Mike's not paying attention.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
so-
he didn't want my attention.
No, that's fine. I was just saying so I don't keep repeating myself. But yeah, you see the under crease on her left cheek? It's going too far over. No,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
left cheek.
It's
Yeah,
like going it's
that
going to
line.
the side of her leg.
Yeah, that line, take it off.
Take it. Just you want me to
Just take it
No,
off.
you don't have to take it off. I'm just telling the artist to take it off. Like, yeah, that crease right there.
Oops.
Going too far. Anyways, that's just right off the bat. But her
Yeah.
forearms are a little short.
This is a way overdeveloped tricep.
Yeah, it would be stretched out if her arm was bent like that. It
Yeah,
wouldn't
and she
be-
doesn't have like an elbow crotch there.
An elbow crutch. Yeah, the it would be like this.
And straight up is what we've been saying is like her arms are too short. They should be closer to her crotch. Oh dang!
Bicep is actually curved in.
Yeah, there's her crotch.
Wait, what?
Her arm crotch.
Oh. And then you've got knuckle.
It
Wait,
looks like
no,
a finger
knuckle
coming
can
up.
come into here. Yeah, if you're gonna do that,
Draw the hand to the side. Try to practice drawing hands. Like it would be really cool if you drew a hand like that.
Yeah, lots of hand practice. Yeah, that actually would look more dynamic with her having it to the side like that. That just kind of looks like you didn't want to draw the hand.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I just don't want to do it.
No, not you. I mean,
Yeah, the artist.
I would definitely
mess with
practice
that.
hands because that hand is also at the wrong
Yeah.
angle with the fingers.
So funny here. This is the bicep that should be stretched out.
Yeah,
and
and
then
she should have a
this
skinnier
is the
forearm.
one where you want to give her the little tricep pump.
Yeah, that was good.
Bump. This is fun to watch.
I know. I'm kind of glad Mike's doing all the work in a way, but
Oh yeah, I don't want to do it. Yes, there we go.
But doesn't it seem like that whole arm is just way too short and small?
Yeah,
no, it's way too. They're way too.
just
Did
like
you ever
Maddie said
notice
about the hands and the crotch.
Those are some.
It's a little wonked.
Stretch them out.
Oh yeah, that already looks better.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
right,
negative.
right. A little more.
Yeah, and
Past
you don't
her
have
knee?
to go. You don't have to go all the way down to the crotch. Like she's bending. She's bending her arm. Her shoulder. Her right shoulder's a little raised. So I mean, you can draw it a little higher. But yeah, just
Maybe
Long.
rotate it out away.
longer a little bit. Yeah, but you get the idea. Yeah, look.
I'm just gonna cover it up here.
Give her peach buns.
Funny bun.
Dang
that-
it. Why is there an indentation on her left mid outer thigh?
That's cellulite.
Probably this thing.
Yeah, there's cross hatching as well.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like that's a great keister.
Yeah, but no, legit. I mean, if he's going for realistic, that's a realistic cellulite right there.
I really don't think that's what he's going for.
that's
No?
a great pose, a great figure. And
But you
I mean,
think-
all we can do is nitpick, man. You got some good ones this week,
I
man.
think he should be going for just that.
I think her right.
Because see, she's got a little cellulite right here too. Maybe he just likes swimming with cellulite. You ever think about that?
Oh, you mean her fattiness? I thought you meant like
Yeah, I
the
mean, so-
rolls,
No,
the
bro.
like rolls in the skin more, not her.
Yeah,
It's all
I mean,
about
that's,
cellulite anatomy.
that's accurate cellulite.
No, I get that. I thought you meant like bumpy though, like lumpy skin.
No. I just meant like the where. It
Yeah. Which I like that. Yeah.
So
So-
bring her
Say she, she did the treadmill a little more, then she'd be slimmed up.
on
Sure.
her right leg. Or no, never mind. Keep doing what you're doing.
What? All right, what?
Where where the back of her knee meets her calf, like right around there. There you go. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at there. And if you don't have to like really look at my page,
I'm not
but
even looking at my Cintiq. I'm looking at my monitor.
like where I like how girls' legs and even dudes' legs sometimes, like you can draw the knee, the back of the knee, and it comes down and it does like this little number,
Mm-hmm.
and you can.
Zoom in on Matt.
Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah.
you can
And you put a
define that a
little
little
line on
bit
that
more.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you get the
just
idea.
like that.
Yes, Sensei!
Those are some excellent legs, Maddie.
Those are excellent back of knees.
I overdid it a little bit, but you get the idea.
Oh, those
Yeah, this one
knee
on
pits.
the right is really good.
Matt does wonderful knee pits.
Yes.
But hey, you know what? It's an important point. Every part of the body has its own unique structure and has its, you can't take anything for granted. Oh, everybody just looks at the butt. No, no. There's knee pits, right? There's knees. There's calves. There's every little part has its own special uniqueness, and that's why you have to study every part of structure and every part of the anatomy. So
The angle of the tank top as well is weird in the back.
yeah, she's got her shoulders going here, and this is a case of didn't pay any attention to
back
muscle.
anatomy.
This
Yeah,
is
and
all-
her boobs are pretty pumped up, so her shoulders seem like they should actually be back a little bit if her
Oh, yeah.
boobs are out like that.
When you
She
get
looks like she's got an arched back.
when you get good at back anatomy, it's really fun. It's really nice to get a good result.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it seems like her back should be more arched with the way
Oh
her,
yeah, that looks great. man.
her boobies are coming out.
Ça va.
And now with this, like I would just say, if you're really getting picky, this looks like a great stylized image. But if we're really getting picky now, her back and the way her neck comes up to her head makes her legs being that far over, maybe just a little bit awkward.
Uh-huh.
I would move her entire bottom half a little bit up and to the right a little bit, but that and maybe her chest region a little bit, maybe up and to the right a little bit, because it doesn't really line up with her back anatomy.
Entire redraw. I'm not going to do that.
No, I'm just saying that's why I'm trying to explain it so you don't have to like do it. But yeah, and that you might get a good result out of that. But overall, at a first glance, that's a great.
Yeah,
pose.
and again, really focus on where clothes are forming around the body.
And man, practice your rendering. This is it's I know it's just a sketch, but practice, like, see what you're doing here. I know this is like,
I'll be right back.
but if you are doing what you've done here by doing these concave
Yeah, leave it off.
patches,
Don't even do it.
I mean, if you were gonna do it, go with the shape of the body, right?
Mhm.
With the shape of the body. That, think of it like her wearing fishnets, and that you have to curve your rendering lines to the shape of the body rather than this, because it just flattens out that entire area, which you're trying to give shape by giving it shade, but you're giving it the wrong shape. See, you kind of worked
Yeah.
it here.
Put a
This
little
is
more
all-
care into
this
it.
is all- yeah, you cared about the buttocks because these are all going in the right direction at least. But then here again, you went this way and this way, which is the opposite way in both directions.
Yeah, even with her legs sticking out like that, it wouldn't go that way.
So, all right, are we done with this one?
Yes, Sensei!
Think I'm gonna have to go. It's getting kind of late. on my end.
Are you sure? Because we have. Well, hold on. We've got this one for you, Gary. I wanted
For Garrett.
you to have the first stab at this one.
Who drew that?
None of your business.
Did Booster Kiwi draw that?
Doesn't matter who drew it.
That's right.
Yes, Sensei!
I like his high pecs.
Gary.
Super tight little ape chest.
Okay, well, it looks like he's holding something, and
It's perfect.
not.
I love the thumb
is he
going
holding?
straight up
What is he holding, Gary?
from in the middle
Oh
of.
my goodness.
his
I didn't even see that.
That's
Oh.
obviously his thumb.
It's a carrot. You want a bite of my carrot?
Gary's having a stroke.
Ugh, I love it. It's
Yeah,
excellent.
draw some
Oh, man.
carrot leaves on the bottom of the hand. Fix that star.
Oh man, the star isn't the thing that bothers me.
The star's like imploding his chest.
You should draw a fountain coming out of his thumb or something.
Yeah, draw some carrot juice coming
Oh, crap. Too brutal. Too brutal.
It's great.
All right,
Mm,
work on thumb anatomy.
Booster. Phallic.
The hand and thumb in general, all of that.
Oh, Booster.
It's not man, I gotta keep my comments to myself. I'm about to
No, you don't. No, you don't. You are a sensei here.
Trust me, you do.
Students will listen to you. Correct, student?
Yes, Sensei!
Oh, this has nothing to do with anything other than degeneracy. Like, I'm just gonna say it.
All right, Gary, is that all you got?
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Uh,
From now on, I'm gonna work my butt off to become Hokage!
Straight up, his nose should be off to his left, our right a little bit. I like it. You know, lower that chest a little bit. Line it up with that star.
oh, that's supposed to be his chest.
Yeah, lower that chest a little bit. It's a
Oh, I see. All right. Should I do a draw over?
if you want.
I would love if you did.
He's got some
I'm gonna
gout on that
I'm gonna
pinky.
take off.
All right, Gary.
Oh, Gary.
Good night,
Uh,
Sensei Gary.
I'm kind of tired, but anyways, this was fun.
No
Thanks
sleep
for
after
having me.
that
Yeah,
one.
fun.
Thank you for being here.
Yes, Sensei!
If there is a next time, we can get the drawings in advance and get our pads out too.
All right.
yeah, that would be
You know what? I'll tag you in the thread next time, Gary.
Gary, do you have a tablet, or would you just do a traditional?
No, I have a tablet, but it's not a screen tablet. It's just
Hmm.
you draw and look at the monitor type thing.
Nice.
All right. Anyways,
All right.
God bless you guys. We'll see you later.
Carrot.
Night, Gary.
Good night.
What a carrot really looks like.
Yes.
So if he's really hungry for some carrots,
Draw that veggie leaf under coming out of his bottom. Yeah, he's got some gout on that pinky.
Mike, that's a terrible hand.
Draw some under bicep. What?
what are you saying?
Here,
What am
draw-
I saying?
Show my screen real quick.
Shoot.
Okay, so check this out. Like, I like your attempt at his left hand coming up that way, because I mean he's turned to his left, and I like how his arm is coming around. And then, now here's where you would draw his left shoulder. And the coolest thing that you can do is you can literally draw the bicep and the elbow right there, and then just draw the forearm and the hand. You know, just like that. Like, he looks, if you're drawing him huge. Oh crap! Sorry, it's so low. Does that make sense?
To me?
Yes, Sensei!
Sorry, I just asked these questions, but not really to you, but to the. But there you go.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Go back to the drawing,
All
and you'll see what I mean. Yeah, he's just got a skinny forearm, and he's got a huge right arm, and then he's just missing that line. Give him that low bicep. There you. Yeah, that's probably why he got his image cut off.
Yeah. Well, if I'm gonna do an actual draw over here,
Oh, yeah. Are you gonna do an actual draw?
did I?
It's up
Yeah,
to
do it, do it.
you. It's up to
One
you.
new layer. All right. So. Let's see. Let's start here.
His goggles look really good.
Okay, I'll stick with his goggles. That's exactly the way he drew them. Yep, the nose would come out to the right a little bit, just like Matthew suggested. His mouth would actually have a shape, meaning that it's not just a sticker on a face. Right?
Oh, super nice.
No, better than that.
He actually has a jawline. Traps. The neck comes down to the clavicle. Traps.
Dang. Yeah, I need to get better at that myself.
Just accentuating Booster style.
That's right. Layout by Booster.
Well, that's a
I mean, we don't know who drew this.
Right. That star is still terrible.
good chest.
Shut up, Siege.
What are you laughing about?
He's trying to get past the degeneracy. He's trying to power through it. Power through it, Mike.
Can you not get back to that?
Get the hold it out.
I was. So you can't bring you back to that.
Oh, was that a thumb?
It was a thumb. Yeah.
Oh,
So you can't go and just.
you got to draw his hair too, though.
More or less what Matt was doing, but
Now it's
You can't go and.
Yeah.
now it's not a perfectly circumcised unit.
hey, what?
Perfectly circumcised.
What are you?
Give the hair a little bit of volume there.
Yeah.
Volume.
All right, so there's your draw over, Booster. I mean, not Booster.
Whoever the wonderful
Whoever-
person was that drew this.
Yeah, whoever may have spent their time to give us this degeneracy. All right. Are we done here?
Yeah. You got more.
Yes, Sensei!
All right, let's see what else we got. Let's
Is
see.
there more?
I mean, we've got more from that guy, but let's move on.
I need to go check this thread.
Gary left. I've got one here that Gary inked.
No.
Oh, how could I possibly critique that?
I'll do it.
You do it. Yeah.
Actually, let's let Matt take a swag.
Wait, who? So Gary inked this?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's one of those that I was telling you about where Gary
My
was
God, what's
inking
happening
people's
here?
art.
What is happening? I'm gonna throw up.
Seizure.
Oh, that was weird.
Whoa.
All right.
All right, Matthew. Critique the snot out of this.
All right. Well, shoot, I don't know.
The
Let's see here.
snot.
Dang it.
So, no matter what, the perspective is not so drastic that his hand should be that big. I don't think. I like the style. I mean, it's very stylized. I've never really liked how she's missing She's missing the inside of her left calf, but I mean, it's probably not done, is it?
I think it's done.
I
like
think,
the-
yeah, this is the finished piece.
I like the length. I like the angle. You're trying to work the perspective. His legs look a little stubby, but that's not that big a deal.
Mm-hmm.
His crotch may be a little too low, but maybe not by much. I don't know. It's very stylized. I like a lot about it. I don't really hate it. I like the hard light cast on in space. That's how that works. But what is that little octopus thing on the moon between the two of them?
I think it's like space dust, or I don't know. Like it's
Space-
supposed to be smoky.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I like a lot of the anatomy. Even his feet turned so far out like that. That's natural. It still looks like there should be a little shadow under his left boot. I'm just being picky now. This is a good drawing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into this.
Yeah, you can't really get into this one too much.
I mean, except for the fact that he's got a dislocated kneecap.
So let me do a little hand thing real quick. If you want to come to
my window.
my screen. Let me see here. Can you see this? So his right hand is what I'm gonna draw. It didn't look like there was what I would focus on is like people just draw the knuckles of the hands like all uniformly.
Yeah.
But what I like to do is I like to work the knuckles and put them behind the hand a little bit, you know. What's going on?
Kevin Hill said, "Put a carrot in his hand."
All right, I can do that. And then the thumb, you know, work on your thumbs on the knuckles. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
Well, the thing shoots fast. How fast it shoots.
Look at that carrot.
Oh my
Munched.
took a bite out of it, I guess. I
God,
don't
eat
know.
that carrot.
And then
That is a circumcised carrot.
that's a lot. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that doesn't really work, but yeah, like, see, work on your hands a little bit. That's all I would say. Go back to the other hand and see what it looks like. His thumb looks like it's trying to come over. I mean, you know, thumbs do come over wrist, the knuckles a lot in weird ways, but they're usually a little bit. Don't get me wrong. I like those hands a lot, but his index finger looks like it's a little too high. His index finger knuckle. Anyways, that's just a nitpick.
Yeah, if I'm gonna nitpick, I hate these wrinkles.
I hate them too.
Horrible.
There's too many. I think people try to over detail wrinkles too much.
And this arm is coming forward.
A little too short.
It's a little
Nope.
too, yeah.
A pointy elbow. Yeah, draw a little bit more of a pointy elbow.
Yeah.
Well, if you're gonna do this, I don't know. It's like,
He gets to use his email.
I predict this movement.
I don't even know if that does it.
Yeah, more like it curves out. Like cup it under.
It's just this. It's coming forward, whereas
Here,
it could be pulled.
Yeah,
back.
try taking
Come
out
to
that
my
shadow
screen.
a little bit.
come to my screen whenever you're done. Whenever you're done with that.
Bicep should be back more. Somehow or another, it's just, I don't know, it's just a funky angle.
I'll show you how to fix that one.
No, I can't stop doing that.
Maybe if you cut off the shadow that's by his chest a little bit, made it more domey. I don't know how to explain that.
Cut off the shadow by his chest.
Yeah, like on his bicep, and then make it like more round into his chest.
I think
you know
his
what I mean?
chest is a little too high too. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know how to explain it because I can't show you. I can just only point at it and you can't see what I'm pointing at.
You know, if I just blackened it, it actually looks better.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, yeah, with the way
Yeah.
his shadows are working with his legs, yeah.
Yeah. All right, but let's see what Matthew's trying to.
Well, I'm just saying with the elbow, like you're trying to tuck his arms in. He looks like a TIE fighter, but you know, there's the. If you want to draw that arm, you know, you come over here and then you draw the bottom of the bicep, and it kind of does this number.
Mm.
You know, like it kind of just points out a little bit. If you look at lift your arm up, and it'll do that.
Yeah, it folds.
Yeah, but that may be a little too high.
And we got.
And same thing with the other one. Like it's gonna come, you know. That's not lining up, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Yeah, let me do. So if I was drawing this, oops. If I was drawing this instead of doing what he did, let me just do this opposite way. So his hand would be here.
Shooting jellyfish in the sky. Oh no, never mind. I think that thumb should be turned outward a little bit. If you just put the fingernail kind of pointing outward a little bit on that hand too.
Yeah, it's a little big. Yeah. It makes it look big, like it's going more forward than the rest of his fingers.
Yeah, that made a huge difference. Like literally all you
Yeah.
had to do was like change the fingernail.
Oh no. Yeah. Weird.
I don't like her crotch. I don't know why people draw crotches like that.
Yeah, it should be smaller.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, just
And you could even do like a little thigh gap as well if her crotch was lifted.
lower that other line a little bit, maybe not by much, but yeah.
Oops.
That looks great already. Well, better than it was.
That might be a little too low.
Maybe, but yeah, it looks better.
Yeah, that's like if you lifted it a little bit and then did like a tiny thigh gap, like the little V there. Also, like
she's crossing her legs.
Yeah.
You might not be able to get away with a thigh gap there, but yeah, I like thigh gap though. I mean,
Oh yeah, because she's crossing her legs. Yeah. Also, okay, so his hair is really stylized in like all one piece, and then her hair is just kind of strings.
Yeah.
So it would have been better to actually make her hair
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
into something, so you didn't have these weird inking, just this weird symmetric
Well,
space.
it's the same thing. It flattens it out too.
He's trying to do
Yeah.
I see. He's trying to do an outline of his hair, a space
Yeah.
out, or
So it's like it was just kind of like strings flowing that way.
Yeah. So if, instead of giving it like shape,
whenever you get done with that, show my stream too.
and this shoulder is way too low.
It's low, and her bicep. That's what I was gonna fix. Is her right arm, her shoulder is high, but her elbow is low, and on her left arm, her shoulder is low and her elbow is high.
I do generally like her curvature, but it needs work on the anatomy. And the star is really far over too, and should actually be on an angle over her boobs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't even looking at that.
Oh, that's a good. I didn't think about that either. That's a good.
Yeah.
It's. But I mean, yeah. Look how huge her right arm and forearm are compared to her left arm and left forearm.
Boy, now you have stuff to say, huh?
Once you
Well,
stare at them for a while, yeah, you
It
start
takes
to.
a minute. Well, I was just gonna draw that,
Also, the what do you want to call this? thing going down her entire torso. That would also be at kind of a different angle with her left boob. So it'd be curved a little more.
Yeah.
That whole thing could be done differently.
But I like her pose.
Hey, he looks kind of like Ray Park.
A little bit.
He
Yeah.
does.
It's got the same energy.
Anything else you guys want to point out?
No,
The crotch.
Embarrass
His
our friend-
crotch.
Whose crotch? His crotch?
His crotch.
What do you want to do to his crotch?
I just feel like
raise it up.
the lighting underneath should not be so pronounced.
Just fill in where he's trying to make a crease that goes to the gun. Just fill that in.
Yes, exactly that. Yeah.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
It
Well,
doesn't
maybe
need
not
to
all the
be
way,
there.
but yeah,
not all the way, but it's just too much there.
But yeah, and there should be a hard shadow from his gun holster on his leg, anyways. But yeah, well, you don't have to get into. all
Yeah. I do really like the shadows on the moon coming from his feet, though. I think that looks really dynamic.
Yeah, I think there should be more shadow on the moon because.
Yeah.
Busted ass and he was driving me nuts.
What?
The what?
Kneecap
Oh, the
was
knee?
located.
Was it?
Oh my gosh.
Also, the boot could be at a different angle at the top, too.
Over here.
Oh.
His foot is facing this way. His kneecap's over this way.
Hmm. I mean, that can it can work like that, but it may be hard to look at.
Yeah, maybe like kicked in the knee by someone playing soccer.
I mean, you'd be surprised. Like, hey, maybe not. I'm torquing my knee over her. I want to know what that little dust cloud octopus thingy is. Like, it's a little dust geyser coming off the moon, or
Probably because he didn't want to
because it's
draw
kind
the
of
feet.
circling around her. Squidbillies.
Yes.
Such a bad show. Don't ever watch that show.
All right. I think we're done. Did you want to do anything else on this, Matt?
I mean, if you want to look real quick, I just her shoulder. You know, you can drop it really low and come into the midsection. Let me see here, and you kind of have to go like way out there. This is like a Siege special.
I'm gonna give you a minute. Okay, I'll be back.
No, that's
A
pretty
Siege
much it.
special?
Yeah, no, this is like when I try to draw like Siege. It's you draw the arm with the elbow like
Yeah.
way low, and then maybe I'll give her like some space gloves, and then there's draw the index finger.
Yeah, that's nice. Claw vibes. I really do like drawing arms. That's my
I
deal.
know, I can tell.
That does look
but
like one of my arms, Maddie. You've been practicing.
I know. Well, maybe I'll do her armpit a little bit lower, but
Yeah.
yeah, you get the idea. But her, if you go back and look at the drawing, like this portion and this portion were way too short. Then we'll just draw like a holster. I don't really know.
That looks nice.
don't
Love
I was
it.
just trying to get these.
Those are proper boobs.
I was just trying to get these. I mean, holy crap. I normally don't erase that bad, but I have to erase that. This must never be allowed to exist.
You have to send me these pages when you're.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
I need these scrappy pages.
And her arm, I may have like curved it a little too much, but the coolest thing about doing hands on hips is like you can do that, and then you can literally just draw the hip, and then come over here, draw the thumb coming up on the hip.
Yeah.
To where, and then draw like the fingers back here.
Well, look at that.
I mean, that's probably not it's probably not the best, but I mean, yeah.
Erase that.
I will. I'm just
like
just
the
trying
claw hand.
I'm just trying to give you an idea of stuff you can do. You know? Anyways,
I do
yeah,
draw arms a little curved though, just because that's my style. My style's more stylistic than Mike's. Mike's is more realistic.
This is true.
All right, on to the next.
Onward and upward. All right. Are we done with this one?
Yes, Sensei!
Moving
I
on.
don't even know why I try to answer.
He sets you up for failure every time. Oh, dang.
All right.
Ugh.
Manga style. All right, dislocated shoulder again.
Siege man. Hey, let Siege go first.
Sorry.
Goodness.
Okay, so I saw this piece earlier today. The gun looks so good as compared to everything else, and it looks like they didn't use reference for anything else and just used pretty heavy reference for the gun. That's how I feel about it. The chest is just broken. I feel like the angle as compared to his whole body, his face shouldn't be turned that way. And I feel like they didn't want to draw his face, so they did the hair lower and lower and lower. It seems like they just got tired of it. And his shoulder is dislocated.
All right. Matthew.
Oh, you want me to say something?
And he has no back.
I would. I mean, yeah. Let me draw something out on this one. His arm is just. It's just way too far out there. I don't. This looks like it was done digitally, so maybe it'd be an easy fix for you. But come to my screen real quick. I don't know why the gun is pointed up like that, but if you really wanted to draw a cool shot of a dude holding a gun, I would draw it a little more down, like I think the back of his neck might have been a little lean too. So let me draw Nexus. Shoulder. Maybe not that high, but since you wanted to look like it was dropping a little bit, and then you drew like perfectly diamond forearms. You gotta think about it. So the forearm kind of comes like this, the elbow like that, and then the musculature. I would have drawn the gun more pointing downward, like.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just like a stylistic choice. His finger, you need to work on your hands. His finger wasn't on the in the trigger hole or practicing trigger discipline. It was just holding the stock. Like, you're missing an opportunity to really show off. So you could have drew the gun like just pointing more downward. And you don't have to draw the finger in like I said, the trigger guard or anything like that. But I think if you would have played around with that, move the arm in. You can work on your anatomy. But yeah, I like to draw in silhouettes and stuff like that. But that's probably what I would have tried to do. Just fix your forearm, your diamond shaped forearms, and work on your hands.
That pose is awesome.
And because I'm big into holding weapons and guns. Like, I practiced that for a very long time before I even really. Anyways, yeah, go back to the image, see what it looks like.
I do have to say the belt angle is good.
And if you wanted to, real quick, Mike, I sorry, I just since he's turned that way, you can have his arm just doing this number. And have the gun more behind his hand, since anyways.
Yeah, the way he holds it, that's very. I mean, if that gun weighs anything.
The barrel's going to be a heavy part.
Hold it up like that.
Because yeah, going off panel like that is always I always try to avoid that. Whenever if you can avoid it, and you have a good opportunity to avoid it in this image and make it look cool. Anyways,
we're going blue.
You're up, Mike.
All right, hold on. Let me grab a new layer here.
Also, again, with the wrinkles, there's like a ton of wrinkles, and with the way his belt is blowing, his whole robe should be blowing more.
True. I'm gonna start from the head though and kind of work my way up. I know. Well, gosh darn it.
Whatever you want to do.
Work my way up. But yeah, the arm is dislocated, or the body's not wide enough, or it's at the wrong angle or something. I don't know.
Right, and like he doesn't have much of a back. Yeah, there's the
Mhm.
angle.
More back. Moss back.
And his one pec is just like busting out. It's broken.
I'm trying to work with what he's got here.
Yeah.
To try to get to a realistic.
Nice.
Yeah, that angle on the head is already so much better.
Where is my card?
So if your shoulder was here. What do you do with that arm? I'm trying to keep it where he's got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, bulk him up a little bit makes a bit of a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely the gun would be at least lower. Because that's just, yeah. So something like that. I don't know what you did with his other arm. Probably doesn't matter.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's one of those arms that's severed and just,
Yeah.
and
Maybe
it's
so.
just in his arm jacket or arm.
Oh, his little buttoned up sleeve.
Yeah.
And then just, man, freaking go crazy with the robe, man.
Yeah, because you can make it so much more dynamic and like a mood. Just
Oh crap!
push
Yeah,
everything into there.
It's a good robe.
Especially if his hair's flying around like that. Like you knew what you were going for, and then you didn't do it with the robe.
Yeah. So,
That's a mood.
do you like that? And then
Yeah.
I would, if you want to darken his face, then just make sure you, darken his eye sockets, man.
Yeah, I like to see the face, like an actual something there.
Yeah, but sometimes that's the thing you're going for is like
Yeah.
see the eyes. But if you're gonna do that and you have that angle where you're seeing not part of it, then just darken the sockets.
Yeah.
That. No.
Trash, you ruined it.
Ruined it. All right, so I
Love that angle. That's much
I don't know
better.
if he's supposed to be that buffed, probably not. But if you're gonna have his arm out that far, then you kind of have to, because it just doesn't. That just, yeah,
Yeah.
Everything's just slightly off.
yeah. A little bit. All right. Anything else? Because we
No.
got some storytelling pages from this.
Oh crap! More storytelling pages. Yeah, we've only done one of those tonight. Oh, from the same.
From the
Oh.
same. Hold on, let me merge these. I'll delete this.
I like how he's in like mid Bruce Lee scream in panel 5. He's like, "Wah!"
All right, give us a storytelling breakdown. Tell us what's happening, Siege.
This guy. Okay, we're not critiquing art right now.
Yeah, let's just do the storytelling.
Storytelling. Okay. This guy threw his what do you call those? Toothpicks.
little bolts, I guess. Little
Yeah.
Yeah.
ninja bolts.
And then I don't know if this other guy pulled something else out or if that's the same guy. Oh,
Looks
he's
like this
shredded up.
Wait. Oh, that's the same person. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's
Yeah, I don't know if they're like a club of
That
ninjas
is
or
a-
whatever, but
are they training or are they battling to the death?
no, I think it's the same guy. Yeah, because he's pretty shredded in the second panel with
Yeah.
his two ropey things. I assume that's a taser, and he's about to get shot with it.
Some sort of a rail gun. It looks like.
Sure.
Yeah. Down with that.
All right. First off the bat, this is terrible. You've got him pulling this thing out, and you're like, "What the heck is that thing?" But
Yeah.
you have it here. You just can't see the darn thing. So I would have moved this guy back. Actually, I would have made this more dynamic. It's too. I don't know what would have been a good not.
You don't need that many. It's almost like you're trying to draw animation, and it's not necessary in a comic book form. Like, and they definitely don't need to be the same size panels if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
Draw.
Yeah, it's almost like they tried doing cinematography.
Yeah. There's ways to do it where you don't have to make them the same. Like you could just draw a close-up, or more close-up, smaller shot of him packing or yanking some of those bolts from his uniform or something, and then it's a surprise. It's like he's totally telegraphing what he's doing. So obviously the guy's going to dodge it. But that's two totally separate things. But I have a problem with that. I would have changed that up a little bit. The thumb going in the thing is a little bit hard.
Before you get into the next, I have that issue. For me, if I was doing this first panel, I would have done. Hold on, let me. I would have. Darn it.
I mean, there's ways to do that, but yeah, the way it's got it set up, it's just it's.
But here's the thing: we don't even see the first guy, right? So hold on.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Oops. Inverse delete. All right. So I would have. You got these things. So, like you were saying, right? You don't want to telegraph it, right? So he's got like his arm here, and he's somehow showing off that he's got this secondary weapon to the dude. This is a bad placement, and then I'd have my hero down here. So he's not, the hero can't see what he's about to throw. He just sees the other weapon in his hand, possibly. This might be a little bit.
That's a good shot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then turns around and flings those at him. And then I actually like this.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe this would have been better if it was even closer up. You know?
Oh, like a zoom in on his face kind of thing.
Yeah. Like, let's see.
A little bit more over.
So X, B, transform. Like, maybe even more. That. More. Like that.
Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah, you could even have that top panel over the dude's face. Yeah, that's a good point.
And then he whips out his weapon here, like, haha, that was just a.
I always like a good.
This whole thing is just like, he's got another weapon. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, yeah, bro, you saw it in my hand.
I like a good panel break on panel 4 or whatever it is, but I have a huge problem with that bottom panel. That's just
the bullet.
Yeah.
Also, bullet going in the wrong direction. Panel. I mean, unless this is manga and going right to left. but you've got all your action going right to left instead of left to right. This kind of works because you're going here and then you're zigging back to this panel, but
Mhm.
I don't know. It doesn't read well for American comics.
Yeah, I like. I always try to make every page. I always try to put a mini splash panel and just have something huge going on within the page. It's not a problem. It's just me sometimes, and when all the boxes are the same size, it's kind of boring to read, you know. But I do like how you're trying to get away or make it more dynamic by having the guy break panel and do stuff. But I think that
You know what you could have done here?
the panel where he's doing the thumb thing can be a lot smaller.
Oh, watch this. X. From what you're saying, and I do agree. X. Squinting eyes.
Well, you could even drew like a little triangle panels where.
I mean, I don't know why the necessity of the clicking thing. Click. But then.
Yeah, that isn't really. He already has his thumb on it. We know that it's going to shoot out.
But the shocked look to me is just like, what? Why is he shocked? He already saw the damn thing.
Yeah, and he dodged those.
He dodged it with barely a concern on his face. So the squinty-eyed kind of Lee Van Cleef, good, the bad, and the ugly thing makes more sense to me.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
was going to be like, wee.
yeah, and then I don't know if it'd be too redundant. Gosh, I don't know how you would handle that last panel without being redundant with this panel here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You know?
Yeah, it's hard to know what's gonna happen on the next panel because you do want to.
I think you're wasting it. I think this panel has to go somehow, and then you're having just a way better, way more threatening panel here if you have him holding the gun. This is a horrible sketch.
Yeah, and then
No,
I
I
would
like
take
the
the
angle
thumb
on it.
one off, though, because then I'd be like, what's the thumb thing for?
Well, you could have him doing the thumb thing in that top panel that you X'd, Mike. Like, he doesn't need to, because he could be surprised in the next panel, and he could be doing the thumb thing in that panel that you X'd. And I'm just
I don't
like,
even think we should. I think we should continue the Lee Van Cleef thing. X, and you should have him, the other squinty eye here.
Yeah, I don't see the point of the thumb thing.
Squinty eye. They're looking at each other, and then bam.
yeah, my point on that last panel was just really lazy blast. You know, you take advantage of that bottom panel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest points.
Actually, here. What? Him? There you go. Fixed it. Get rid of that one panel, and then you have a great big bang panel here, and then you have the
Yeah, and again, everything's happening really quickly, just like the other one from earlier.
Yeah, there you go.
What I would do, like, Mike, you want to come to my screen real quick.
Window.
All right, let me see if I can remember what the heck is going on. Memory test. Okay, so and it's exactly what you drew, but I would draw the page.
Yeah, Jeff Potts, Lee Van Cleef was Angel Eyes.
And where the guy dodges the bullets or the bolts in that panel. I would do like this, this crazy diagonal panel where if you take Mike's drawing, where the guy's just holding the whatever that thing was, pointing it.
Railgun.
And then I would draw him like doing surprised face.
But he's already seen the gun.
But it's not that he's seen it. It's just that this weapon is more ominous than what he attempted with at first. You know what I'm saying? There's something about this weapon that this guy's afraid of. It's not that he's seen it. It's just that he's more scared of this weapon than he was of the bolts that the guy tried to throw at him. So like this guy's like, oh crap, he's pulling out the big guns now, you know.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what he's trying to say with these weapons.
It's one thing if you do the exclamation, also like if he was maybe sweating a little bit, but him not having the super shocked look on his face. Like that shows concern with the exclamation, you know what I mean? Or if he was like sweating like, oh crap, instead of looking like, what the heck?
And then like, I mean, yeah, like I would draw like I would literally draw the pupil not touching any part of the eye. Like if he's straight up scared, like you could just.
Nah, I think it looked better when you had it like he was confident but aware.
I mean, either way, yeah. I mean, there you go. Yeah, it depends on what kind of story you're trying to tell. Yeah, that's pretty much all it is to it. But I try to make your panels, you know, stand out. And I've been doing this a lot lately, which I never did before, and I had to catch myself drawing it. You can draw angled panels like the bolts came down, like, and he just moved. You can have him breaking panel there. Anyways, but that I would try that. And then whatever you were doing up here, I don't remember what it was. But all right, go back to the page, see what you got. But I like what you did, Mike, with the angle of that.
I already moved on.
Okay. Well, let's move on then.
All right. So next page.
Oh, next page. That's a good one.
Is it though?
Too many panels are being used for just a little shot of a bullet or a blast.
That one, see the gun again looks good, but his freaking right hand, dude, his fingers can't go that far.
Talk about the third panel when he pulls it out.
Yeah, the frog fingers.
Wait, I don't understand what's happening. Why did he shot his gun?
There's a bullet inside of the shotgun, and then when he shoots it, bullet comes out.
Why does the gun leave his hands?
I don't know what's happening.
I do want to say that the first part looks pretty inappropriate.
Oh, he reaches up to chamber another round. That's what's going on.
But he just got the guy shot into his barrel.
What?
No, I don't know.
No, that's just a poor attempt at taking a shot, and now he's chambering another round.
But he can't, because look at the inset panel. There is a bullet inside.
That is what that looks like.
Oh crap, man!
Yeah, I can't even tell what's going on now.
Oh, you're right, Mike.
And by the way, the bullet doesn't actually fit the shotgun round, and so somehow or another it got all the way to the shotgun round and stopped right there.
Yeah, that should be. If you're gonna draw that, it should be in the. It should be.
I would. Yeah, people need to make sure to do studying on the things that they're trying to draw as well.
What's going on in the last panel?
I'm not gonna fix this one.
That inset panel should be right in the middle, covering both panels. Like, you can't see what's going on. You can't tell it's down there. It gets lost. If you know what I mean.
I can't. I don't know if this guy's writing this or.
What's going on in that last panel?
I would definitely work on hands as well.
There was probably an introduction of the gun prior to, but yeah, he shot it.
He did.
He fired it. He caught it with the shotgun. That's what's happening.
Is he trying to use both rounds now? So he caught the bullet.
And then he caught it and he's shooting it back.
Oh, yeah. That's.
I don't think you can properly relay that.
That's what he's doing. But there's no reason the bullet should be turned back around again.
No, there's not. And then.
It blows up.
That's kind of funny, though. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, like machete action, you know? Like,
yeah, but like that would be really good for like something in motion, not.
That bottom panel. It's such a huge panel just to show an explosion of a round coming out of
Yeah. the storytelling is unreadable.
Yeah, if these are in order, I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
These are in order. No, see, he has time to react and say, "What? He caught my bullet and is shooting it back at me." Before the bullet hits him in the face.
Where the crap did the gun come from? If these are in order, he didn't have a gun, did he? In the first page?
You didn't see
In the first page.
You didn't see any kind of bottom half of him at all.
Yeah, this is confusing.
Just draw fingernails on your hands, bro. Or darling.
It really helps with angling if you do that.
So, again,
I like a lot about it. It's mostly
it's storytelling,
yeah.
or it's the writing. The writing doesn't make sense if he's catching a bullet with his shotgun, and why he's shocked that he's about to get shot with this thing that he's gonna catch with his shotgun.
You don't need that second panel. You don't need that second.
Yeah, if that's the case anyway, he should have way more confidence than to be shocked. And you need to stick with your character's
Or you don't need the
character.
first one. Whichever one you want to use, you can have him just saying what. You don't need both of them.
I'm gonna say, oh shoot,
Also, yeah, that's the only one that said anything, right? What?
You're just getting rid of both of them?
got rid of both of them.
No, yeah.
Hmm.
I'm down with that.
Nobody has time to say what when they're being shot.
You say what? You put that what panel after
On the other
panel where
page.
he caught the bullet. Right
Yeah,
after
he'd
that.
be like, what? And then he'd shoot it off.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So let's get out of here. Interesting. Here's one for you, Siege.
Great. That doesn't sound good. Oh my gosh.
What the heck?
Everything.
What is this?
This is, Propaganda Comics, The Capitalist.
What is going on?
The coloring is so muddy and inexperienced looking.
That's like really old school, like stylized. It looks
His
like
face is wonked.
his eyes are on different levels.
Yeah. And his one eye is bigger than the other.
And yeah, one eye's bigger than the other, but I mean,
Are people like afraid to draw Cupid's bows as well? I never see anybody drawing those, and I draw them all the time. Am I the only-
the last time I draw a couple of cupids, they had desert eagles.
Wait, what are you talking about, Cupid's bows?
Above the lip.
Oh, cupid's bows. Oh, just the little. No, Mike draws that.
Yeah, like never. Like he could use a Cupid's bow. Just saying. But the coloring is so muddy.
Yeah.
His anatomy's something else.
I kind of.
It looks like he was referencing a Christopher Reeve Superman.
Yeah, I can't tell what's going on with his shoulders.
That looks more like a back than it does a chest.
Yeah. And kind of like he's pulling his arms back
Needs
a little bit.
more shoulder, a little bit. But I mean, I like what you're.
This reminds me of he's trying to give definitions. I think there's a Christopher Reeve Superman image where
Yeah.
it does fold. It bunches up here.
Uh-huh.
But what he's doing is he's then also trying to give it this definition that that isn't in the original reference. And
Yeah,
somehow-
and the cape
On his
it
right arm,
throws
yeah,
the
needs a
shoulders
little
off
more-
too.
Needs a little more shoulder on the right arm, but I mean, I like the pose attempt. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot about it that works.
Also
But-
the belly.
When you're trying to help it, help the definition a little bit. Sometimes it doesn't work when you try to help it too much. Sometimes less is more. But the chest is, a little too high.
I can tell what they were going for with the belly going over the belt like that, but it looks like they almost just used the pull tool and they didn't really plan for it, and it was a last minute thing, and they kind of just tried to pull both sides of his belly down over his belt without making it actually look like it's pushing. There's no
He needs more right shoulder. But yeah, there's no way a tricep is gonna be.
He really looks like he's trying to pose for one of those
The
competitions.
left arm doesn't look bad, like because he's not pulling the chest into the shoulder as much as he is on the right arm.
His
Oh, that helped a lot, but
yeah, he doesn't have any basic understanding of lighting either. He's got his shading is in just the most random of places.
Yeah. Like there are some things you don't need to define.
yeah, sometimes less is more.
Yeah. And the colors are so muddy and separated at the same time. Like it's almost like they were working like they're coloring in a coloring book rather than going
Get rid of some of
under.
those creases, Mike, on the chest coming into the shoulder.
Yes.
Try to lower them or get rid of them. Just
Just
rubber stamp tool that a little bit, maybe. Oh, there you go.
that already looks better, yeah. The coloring just doesn't meet anything else. Like, see, you can see around his shoulder where the cape is, you can see that the color's not even meeting up to his jaw and his neck. It's almost like they just tried to sort of stay in the line rather than painting underneath the drawing layer.
Oh, I see what you're talking about with the belly coming over the belt on both sides. Looks no bueno.
Yeah, and there shouldn't be a shadow underneath that one piece of belly.
He's not Hydro Man.
It should be pushing up against the belt. There should be resistance.
That's why he put the fog in front of the whole character.
Right.
To hide some of the stuff.
So hide that copy and pasted background.
And this should be a giant B for Bitcoin.
Yeah, and that C is just like, boom, pasted on there. There's no angling to that C
I'm not
at
hating
all.
on that background. I just copy and pasted some backgrounds in some pages not too long ago. So.
And Trump has white around the eyes.
Yeah.
And he's not cross-eyed.
Man, oh my goodness.
And the ear. And this over here is supposed to be combed back, but he doesn't even have an ear on that side.
He doesn't make a tiny mouth insert like that. He usually makes it longer and more downward or whatever. But anyways, you can definitely tell who it is, who you're trying to, I mean.
Yeah.
From the hair.
Yeah, I think all of that together is the...
I like it a lot, yeah. More now, yeah.
Yeah. Even so, with him just doing it so quickly, it's so, like, way too airbrushed and...
Yeah.
Now, go all the way back up to the history and go back to the first image. I just want to see.
Oh.
Go back and just hit Control-Z now. Hit again. Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah, there's just no symmetry in
That
his
looks
face.
pretty awesome now. Dang.
He's buff.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, with those wrinkles in the armpits.
Maybe we made him look too good, Mike. Maybe too good. Maybe that's not what they were going for.
Yeah, I think he was supposed to have the dad bod more.
I like it a lot now.
All right, are we done with this?
Save that. Send that to me. I like it.
I'm deleting this. What are you doing?
Let me get a screenshot then real quick. All right, done. All right. Carry on.
Why? All right.
Ooh, Bizarro. Bizarro-san. I've seen noses go off to the side like that in other people, so I can't really gripe about that. His ears might be a little too high.
Yeah, everything looks kind of turned a little too much from everything else.
Even when if he's looking down a lot, I don't think they should be that high, but
Yeah, and the way he's looking down, I don't know.
No, I mean, look at me.
If he's trying to do the rock thing, I mean his eyes are still unlevel.
Yeah, but it's Bizarro,
Okay, that's true.
right? So he's supposed to look a little jacked up.
I mean,
like,
this in general is pretty good.
I like his teeth. I like his lip. I mean, yeah, he
Oil,
looks
this is
cool.
an oil painting. I think the
Nope.
rendering of the hair is a little
Too
Too
much.
uniform.
it's a little juvenile. It's like
Mhm.
all striations instead of
Yeah, I don't.
shapes and hair has form.
Yeah, and you don't have to draw every defined strand.
Right.
It's too uniformly rendered from one side to the other. But
I really
mean,
like the colors.
Does he have like kind of a flat head, like a Frank?
A flathead?
He might be missing a little bit of skull under there, but
Yeah, his hairline goes back really far too. I don't know.
He's got a toupee. Okay.
Oh, all right, that's fine.
Judge. You don't have to judge. See,
But if his head is pointed down, you would have quite a bit of head
that's true.
of hair.
a bit heady. Yeah.
More heat.
Let's see. Shading one.
Cry himself to sleep on his huge pillow.
I think if he's trying to go for realistic, he's got to. Would you stop?
I thought that was a dog.
I know, right?
Wheezing?
Like, yeah, he's like doing weird fake laughing stuff. The shading just comes off as very flat.
Mm-hmm.
So I would pick a light source, obviously.
Obviously.
I like how it looks like his skin is cracking.
Cracking. So for me,
Just,
I'd
he
probably
doesn't.
pick upper left light source, and I would just start.
Looks like he's scowling quite a bit too. Sorry, I keep interrupting.
Sorry.
But he looks like not. He looks a little stone-y. Like he's not super expressive.
Just give himself some shade from one angle. And I'm using dodge tools instead of like actually doing a paint or anything like that. But
Yeah, it looks like the burn tool.
yeah.
You're a dodgy guy.
But like on his forehead, I feel like that there should be more like angry wrinkles by his eyebrows.
I cannot allow it that his right eye needs to be a lot lower.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know, dude. I like because he looks like Shannon Doherty.
what? Oh gosh. I mean, yeah, it's Bizarro, but
It's Bizarro, man. So I don't know. It just don't. It's so flat, and maybe this is the wrong way to go about doing it. The dodge tool or the burn tool, whatever it is. Where's my color? Let's do dark blue. Well,
what are you doing?
just hold on.
Is this a trick? I don't know this trick.
Turn the layer down. Turn it down.
I will after I'm done.
Oh, are you just trying to put some shading in there?
Yeah.
You about to use your little mixer tool?
Also, with that angle, I do feel like his teeth should probably be showing as much as where the shadow is. Not that he's not really pointed down that much, but
So this is how you do it. This is how you do it. Yeah.
Overlay. Dude.
Dang, son. Yeah, it was over.
Something along those lines.
I mean, yeah, they could easily go in and add that.
Yeah.
Just it's so flat without it that it just needs some shape. What were you saying, Siege?
Oh, just that a lot of his teeth are showing
Oh.
at that angle.
Oh, right. Yeah, it should just be like his bottom teeth.
Yeah, like maybe a little of, like right where you have the lighting, probably the bottom of the lighting, I would think. But this picture does look pretty referenced, and it depends on somebody's anatomy, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Aaron, let's go back to see what it looked like for all this and see what you guys think of the difference.
Oh, wow.
So, before, after.
Yeah, that is actually a huge difference.
He looks menacing now.
Yeah, especially if you did the hair too.
Yeah, I'm not going to do the hair.
Well, that's fine, but
What do you think, Matt?
I would I'd probably just lighten up the eyes so you could see them a little bit more. But yeah, I like it, that effect. Maybe it may be a little much, or maybe, but I definitely see what you're. Yeah. So you can see the eyes coming out of the shadow, just the white parts of the eyes.
yeah. Also, if you lighten over the overlay, that actually really makes them pop.
Lighten over the overlay?
Yeah, like you would add on a different layer, like above the overlay. Put like some brightness on the eyes. That's what I do to make the eyes pop.
Oh, I see.
Because I think that's what they were really trying to do with the eyes. They just wanted the eyes peeking out from under that impaired brow of his.
Oh.
See, that eye looks freaking legit now.
Yeah, look at that pop.
That. And then you could even do a. Oops.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, look at that.
I mean, yeah, definitely something. It's something, yeah, added to it.
All right.
I would even put like tons of shines on the teeth too, but that's just me.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but then I'm like,
I like
whatever.
I really like the shadow on the teeth more than
Yeah,
anything.
actually, that looks really cool.
Alrighty, are we done with this one?
Yep.
Yes, Sensei!
Sir.
All right, one more. The last one of the evening.
Awesome. Is that a human? Oh, that's a pig.
I actually really like the line weight on this a lot.
Dang, that thing smokes like a forest fire.
All right, Matt, I'm going to let you have this one.
I think the top hat should be more vertical. It's a really weird shaped mix of a top hat and a cowboy hat, but it's hard. I'm not like an expert on pork anatomy.
Yeah, that's a dog nose. That's not a pig nose.
Yeah, no, it's
It almost looks like a
I saw the
nose.
ear and I was like, that's a pig ear, but I would I can't really critique this. I would have it. We're getting into cartoon mode now. I'd have to draw him a little more hunched over and doing other stuff. I like what you're trying to do. How he's an elite type, so he's grabbing his coat. I mean, that's a good little. anatomy or gesture that he's doing. I mean, the facial expression, his brow is like not concerned with you. You know, it's like up. You know, I mean, you know, little things here and there, but
Siege.
I mean, I really like this in general. I would draw the smoke differently. It kind of looks like you didn't know what you were going for.
better smoke.
Especially with the creases in it coming from the side. And then with the what do you call that? Optical
Monocle.
yeah. Okay, I would probably plan for that more and not show so much of what's behind it so it really pops out more. Also, maybe okay, this is just me though. His mustache goes like way up over his nose. I would do it like pretty much just under his nose and maybe do a split in the middle just because he's, you know, the kind of animal he is. I would probably just draw it way farther down instead of going up around his nose.
Pigs don't really have chins like that. They have like thin bottom.
Yeah, that's true. And you can't even like see that, so maybe that's what they were going for. And he does have his head tipped back, so is he meaning for the hat to be tipped more, or
The hat is just weird to me.
Yeah,
but
that's
again, that
that's
could
a
be his
Scoopy hat.
style as well. But I can't tell what's happening with his neck specifically, if that's a scarf or his shirt, because like everything goes like up toward his neck,
Mhm.
and then there's that.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, I can't tell what's
I would-
happening
I would
with
give
the
him
neck.
The
Yeah, that would be good.
mascot.
Oh yeah, yeah. Dollar sign in the smoke, hilarious. But maybe move it in front of him. But that's hilarious.
But I love the line weight on this. I specifically.
Yeah, his head is back because
this
he's better than you.
The eyebrow is over the monocle.
Is it?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. The eyebrow hold, you know, you hold a monocle between your eyebrow and your cheek.
Yeah, and I would color it kind of like maybe it was blue or something. Just like plan for. I think he's supposed to have his eyes shut. I'm not sure. Like,
Oh, is he?
I'm better than you. Yeah. So, but like yeah.
If he's a pig, pigs' snouts are like this.
Yeah. Yeah, and his mustache down lower under his nose.
Man, you got me wanting to. Yeah, on the other side of the stogie.
Yeah, and like draw like yeah, his monocle would be like squished between his cheek and his, so you would want to like that.
Man, you got me wanting to freaking draw a pig now, like really.
Yeah.
bad. I want to see how I could do because I'm not sure I could do great.
And pigs have jowls.
Yeah.
This would be just a really good point to make. I don't know if he was actually looking at a pig to draw this or if he was just going off memory. But if you look at a pig and you draw in a cartoony fashion at a pig, you're going to level up in a huge way. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I would definitely use reference.
Reference for everything.
The ear's pretty good.
It's the number one lesson of this evening.
And I would throw in some details, like, you know, a little chain link watch and
Yeah, or a chain on his monocle as well.
Ah, yes. Where would the chain
It
go?
goes in the pocket, doesn't it?
For the monocle?
I think so.
I'm not sure. I mean, I know you're gonna want a chain because if that thing drops out of your eye, that's it.
I don't really know.
Yeah, so
Yeah, or like buttons on the coat as well would be good.
That collar is a great addition.
buttons on the collar.
Yeah, he looks fancy.
Nice fancy red ascot.
Oh wow, I really like this idea.
Yeah, it's getting better and better. This could
Also,
be a
I'm not
great-
sure
That
what
would
the
be
plan was. By the pocket, there's these wrinkles. Oh, he has a pocket
Cufflink?
square. That's what it is.
A what?
A pocket square. I
Yeah,
didn't even
except
realize. It
really
just looks
thick.
like wrinkles on his shirt rather than. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. They should match his ascot too.
Yeah.
And then his shirt should There we go. All better.
That is nice.
It'd be funny if he had his right hand up on his stogie with a little pinky up. Man, that'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah. That would be showing some attitude. I love that smoke though. Do
Hold on.
that stylized smoke like that's really fancy.
He should actually have his pinky up.
Yeah. Yeah, pinky erect.
Man, some more concepts of this guy would be awesome.
Yeah, this turned out to be something pretty. Well,
Yeah. Here you go. Rid of this.
Yeah, I think this is my favorite one tonight.
I love the clone stamp tool, bro. It's my favorite.
I don't know how to use anything in Photoshop. I just try to draw.
It's literally just right there on the where the brushes and the eraser is. Like it's that little. What the heck does it look like? Just hover over it and it'll say
Like a
clone stamped or something like that. It's amazing.
I just fear all the tools.
Once you get to know, man, that's how it is, man. You know, you get familiar with stuff and the fear goes away. And then you evolve and then when you start contemplating on how you can use things in the future, oh man, it's just that hat.
Yes, there we go with the monocle.
I would still move that hat like over to the left a little bit, but I like it.
Oops.
Dang, diamond studded buttons.
Bling bling.
Now, this will be funny. This guy knows how to bring home the
Bacon.
bacon.
All right, mute that. Let's. Oh. Guys. That was weird. Are we still on?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Well, that was it. That was the last one. First one.
Got through
That was
at
fun.
least 10 of them.
That was quite a few. Oh, Elrod says, "Boo! They skipped me." Elrod, you didn't post a real thing.
What?
Oh, Elrod, I didn't
Okay,
even rip
here.
yours apart.
Here's what Elrod posted.
Oh yeah, let's do an encore for Elrod. Encore for Elrod.
Maddie, I need those sketch pages you did tonight.
Oh, you don't want those. But
You gotta send them to me.
I'll send them to you. What the crikey is that?
There's no way that's Elrod.
Yeah, that's why I skipped him.
Wait a minute. I mean, that's probably Elrod, but
No, it isn't.
No way, that's Elrod.
Elrod draws like that. He could draw. That's how he draws.
Maddie,
What?
do you have
Elrod-
blindness?
No, Elrod's good like that. He's very realistic based. But I mean, is this just a desaturated or line like Photoshop job, or did he actually draw this, or did he trace it, or?
Stupid! You're so stupid!
I'm telling you, Elrod's good like that.
No. Look at those lines. There's no way.
No, dude, this is like friggin'
That looks
No.
like Divine Comedy type art. There's no
No.
way.
No, Elrod's totally capable of that, but he did a lot of referencing for sure. But
Oh my gosh.
there's no way.
yeah, that's how he draws. I'm serious.
No, Maddie.
I mean, he doesn't draw like that on our show most of the time.
No, look at those lines on the mountain, though. Like these. No. On the rocks. No.
Yeah,
Um,
if Elrod draws like this and he's wasting time on whiteboards,
no, that's what he's doing. Yeah, he's literally just messing around all the time. I believe.
Why am I not seeing this art anywhere then? If this is Elrod, why am I not seeing? Yeah, I've seen what you do on whiteboards.
I know, and that
which is why I'm saying you didn't do that.
no.
There's no way.
Yeah, no, I see it, Elrod. I see what you are capable of on those.
Show us
whiteboards.
more, Elrod. If you did this, show us more. Actually, better yet, I'm gonna Google this image.
Yep.
Are you gonna reverse Google? I
Yep.
need to learn how, I don't know how to do that.
Okay,
I
just
didn't know
a
that was
second.
possible. Can you do that?
Yeah,
What?
it's about to be done, and it's not gonna have Elrod's name on it.
That's a great freaking drawing, man.
Ba, 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 ba.
I wonder what size that is. It doesn't look like a scan though. It looks like you just took a picture of it.
It looks like he got it off the internet and cut the signature off.
No, I totally see Elrod in that. Like that's his style. But I mean, I've been looking at that dude's stuff for a long time.
Have you seen him do a picture like that?
Yeah, he's good like that. Just in his quick breakdowns.
No, you're too nice.
No, I'm saying like I believe it. Just in his quick breakdowns, like he's got a lot of that type of style and fundamentals and stuff like that. That totally looks like something he could that's like him on the bench maxing out. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just messing around on the whiteboard.
That is by an artist named Lysander.
What's that? Which one?
Oh no! Wait. Where is it? It's not popping up. Every place I see. Colin Wilson.
Man, I would have taken some of those, some of that mountain range where the creases in the rocks, where he's spotting blacks over there. I would have spelled some words out or did some hidden material.
Yeah, there's he's got a lot of fans on Pinterest then.
Is that snow on the mountains? That's what I want to know.
Ralph Meyer. Ralph Myers Undertaker.
Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Both of you are
Well, let's look up Ralph Meyer.
There it is.
Undertaker.
Why is
It's
it?
being
Man, I would have drew like a hidden temple in that rock formation or something like that. Like a stair, like maybe a hidden stairway to a.
Oh, this is a whole thing.
A hidden chamber.
What's the whole thing?
Like Ralph Myers Undertaker, or the Undertaker is. So it's like this. Oh, this is cool, actually.
Yeah, I like that style a lot because there's a lot about this that it's how I try to draw.
My star pupil, Ralph Meyer.
He did. He cut the signature off. I can see it in the corner right here.
Share your screen, Siege.
Wait, let me. I can't blow the picture up, but I can see the signature.
Where is this posted at? I want to go see it close up. I'm tired of looking at your screen.
Tired of looking at your screen.
Oh, I didn't have it blown up either. Hold on a second.
81.
Okay,
I got it.
let's go. Okay, here. So you can see it right down in the corner here, but I can't
how
blow
many-
the picture up.
We did 1, 2, 3,
I got it.
4,
You got it?
5.
Yeah, there we go.
Elrod, Stolen Valor.
Wait, what? What are you looking at?
It's on my screen.
You can see the name down in the corner.
Oh
Yep.
my
Also-
goodness! No, that's Elrod's his artistic name.
Yeah. So it was being sold in 2000.
Stupid!
I stepped on a landmine.
It was being sold
Throne of lies.
What?
in Paris, France. So congratulations, Elrod. Really.
Like that's That's how, I don't believe it. That's how I want to draw. I want to learn. I want to get there eventually.
Yeah,
You could do that, Maddie. You could sit down and do that.
I don't know about all this stolen valor stuff.
Sometimes I can get away with that, but sometimes I just screw it all up. I can get little bits and pieces of that.
La Solitude de Canyon.
Solitude de Canyon. So it's a French dude.
It looks like a lot of people are losing faith in Elrod here.
It looks like a Western style drawing though. Maybe I'm wrong. Is that French attire? I don't know.
It looks Italian to me.
It's based on The Undertaker, so there's this. Let me
Dang,
see if
how do
I
you
can find
guys?
it again.
How do you reverse image search? I want to learn how to do that.
Go on Google. Are you on Google?
No.
Okay, so if you go on Google, right in the corner, it'll let me see. It'll say images. So you just
on
click on
seven?
images. No,
Google.
just go on Google.
Dang it. I'm on a different Google. Hold on a second.
Yeah, just type in Google in
Oh,
your
okay. Images. Okay.
images up at the top. Yeah, just click on images, and then there'll be the little camera button.
Oh, shoot. I forgot Dark Gift had some last time around.
Did you find it, Maddie?
Image.
Hold
That's
on, let me see if I can
amazing.
find it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait.
Let me
I don't
see
know
if
what I
can,
would do with this, but I'm
get back
excited
to
about
Dark
it.
Gifts. I was about to wrap this up, but I forgot Dark Gift last time around posted something, but he didn't post it this time around, so now I have to go back.
Is he around? Is he in the chat?
So
or something?
last week, yeah, he just asked. Oh, he said he hoped I got to his. Which
Bring it up. Let's close.
hold on, I'm looking.
Let's do it.
Back to last week's.
I want to count how many we. I'm gonna count why you do that. I'm gonna count how many we did this week. Where's that at?
Story
What
20.
do you mean, Elrod? I don't know what that means.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Murderer.
5. Are we counting the Vampirella sketch? 5,
I don't think so.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Where is my art class critiques?
11, 12, 13.
Boy,
at
I
least
tweet a lot.
14. We did 14 counting the Vampirella drawing.
All right. Hold on. Let's.
The Dark Gift stuff is right above the little Porky kid in the hospital.
Oh, did he post it tonight?
Yeah, he posted it tonight.
Oh, he posted it while I was. Hey. All right. So go back to the top.
Justice will be served.
Red.
There's 4 drawings.
RM Huffman, Elrod, 7, Elrod, JCM. Above the Porky Kid? Elrod, Benjamin, Joseph, Blue Moon.
It's below.
I don't see it.
It's below the Bizarro one. It's above the samurai girl or the bloody ninja girl, whatever, with the booty.
No.
Booty shorts.
That's weird. What?
Yeah, Elrod. More than 3 minutes. I want to see a 5-minute drawing.
Here, hold on a second.
I got it.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you are super late, dude. Trying to roll up in here after I said we were done. Jeez. All right, let me turn my tablet back on.
Power it up.
All right, let's do
Oh,
this.
dang.
Let's do this one.
Yeah, how do you pick?
Bam. You pick the juiciest one, silly.
I don't. Yeah, the Batman's super stylized looking too. That's cool.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna let Siege take this one.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, crikey.
Let me full screen it.
Do it.
Oh yeah, I got full screen it.
Do it. Do it.
You sound just like it anyway, Mike. Okay. I don't know what the feet.
Believe it!
Can't tell what the feet are doing.
They're vanishing.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so I can sort of see her foot behind her calf right there.
There's some very J. Scott Campbell and Jim Lee influences up in here. That's good. That's pretty cool.
Her
we
boobs are
we
so separated from her body.
I like to keep them separated.
Yeah.
Man, I saw Offspring live. That was probably one of the coolest shows.
Whoa. That's cool.
Can we concentrate here?
Yeah.
I can't tell if he's taking a picture of it under glass. Is that where that effect is coming from, or is that like an artistic,
I'm not
like
sure.
pastels or something like that?
Flourishment, flurry, whatever.
I like the flowers.
Oh my gosh! Stop talking about stuff you like, Matt.
Well,
Yeah, I feel like
I'm,
You're here to tear
I'm giving
apart and ruin people's lives.
I'm giving Siege a minute to think.
Yes, Sensei!
Did you already say that her right mammary is a lot smaller than her left mammary?
I was saying her boobs were pretty wonked and kind of separated from her body. Like, they're too defined. Her shirt's loose. So I don't know why they would be cupping up. Why her shirt would be cupping under her boobs.
That's a super McFarlane face, though. I dig it. I used to draw like that. I used to draw like that for years. I tried to draw like that when I was way younger.
I'm not into her face.
It's very
Her
McFarlane.
eyes are kind of pointing down when they should be a little more up, and they're really far apart. I mean, I don't know if that's just supposed to be her face, but also her arm.
And the siege was broken.
I'm gonna say
Why?
that I really like her legs and her feet, especially her left leg going down.
Gosh,
She needs to work on her anatomy.
I'll tell you stuff that needs work.
Her
after
neck
Siege-
is like
hard, teach
over.
fast, no
After-
mercy.
After Siege is done, I'll
See that? That's what it looks like she's doing. I don't know if she's supposed to be doing that, but her neck's kind of
her neck.
bulging out right there.
Her head's going too far back for where her neck is aligned.
Our first super chat for the night, Rhaegar Targaryen for $2 says, Sheev Palpatine, the best thing about the prequels.
Yeah, he did a freaking
To
amazing
each
fight
their
scene.
own.
Wait, who's Sheik Palpatine? What the heck is that?
Emperor Palpatine.
He did a crazy lightsaber battle against
No, we're not
Mace-
talking about that.
Mace Windu.
We're
That
not
was
talking about that.
epic.
We're not talking about that.
All
Okay,
right.
also her arm though. Her elbow doesn't look like it's actually the whole arm just looks like it's the same size, so her armpit doesn't look like it's farther back than anything else. The whole arm is just kind of the same. There's no foreshortening in anything. Also, her forearm on her left arm is wrong. Unless she's wearing a glove.
She's got mega beef arm on her left arm. That is
Yeah,
a-
she's got mega beef.
That is a man's arm.
Yeah, I would focus on anatomy and angling of focus on where the clothes are gonna fall. There's too much shading under her boobs. It just looks like I know I'm
for the
going on
lights-
about
for the
boobs, but
light source, there should be no shading under there. Yeah.
yeah. So
All right, Matt, your turn.
I don't know. Like my main problem was the neck lining up with the head.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, exactly.
What?
Yeah.
That's what I said. Were you not listening, Mike?
Siege.
I obviously was not listening.
Why? I was giving really good insight.
I was waiting for you to get to some.
Oh my gosh. I did. And you agreed with Maddie just now about something I already said.
Well, because he's a man.
So I mean, it's such a stylized art style,
Mm-hmm.
and it works because things are besides that like you don't need to draw the lines in the teeth.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, I just noticed that. She's got really skinny teeth.
It looks like her right eye is more pointed up and her left eye is like it kind of points down a little bit when you get to the end. I mean, I understand if you're trying to have her head back like that, it worked, but you just got to work on lining those things up properly.
Yeah.
And that's cool too. Yeah. I like how you're putting lots of detail into her
Stop on
jewelry.
what you like, man. Tell us what you hate.
Oh, sorry, I faltered a little bit there. And plus, her head is just her face. You need to work on the shape of the face.
Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to be angled down, and the eyes also. That means more so they should be pointed up
Her
rather than.
cheekbones are too bulgy and defined to where it goes into the pointy chin. Just work on a good shape of the face a little bit more. Her eyes maybe a little bit smaller.
All right. You need to work on basic structure.
But I like how her right arm is coming up like that. It looks really good. Like it looks like it's well placed, and
Keep complimenting him.
the shape. I just wanted to squeeze that last one in.
Stop it.
I'm done. I'm tapping out. It's time for Mike.
All right. Yeah, basic structure. I mean, unless you're going for some really crazy
Her
topic,
pointy, yeah,
you know,
pointy thumb on the left
her
hand.
head is shaped like a real doll. Not a real doll. Not even a real doll.
Real girl.
It's like a
Bratz doll.
right? I mean, if that's what you're going for, at least make it cute. Because right now it's kind of frightening, but maybe you're going for frightening. I don't know. But yeah, like Matt said, don't draw the individual teeth. If you want to draw a mouth with some teeth, you can draw the gums.
Yeah,
And yeah, maybe a little bit of points on the bottom, but
Maybe
not.
on the
when
side,
you get towards
you
the
can get some there.
center, yeah, leave the teeth lines out. You can draw
Yeah.
them towards the edge. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. But you've got like super thin waist, and then super. The waist is almost as wide as the biceps. That's not a very feminine look. The waist part, feminine, whatever. But thin waist is good. But you want to keep a real hourglass shape, not just a distortedly thin waist. I mean, that's really thin. And like they were saying, you want to keep the breast the same size for one thing.
Yeah, also that arm pulling up is going to change the shape of the boob as well.
Yeah, when you have, let me do another layer here.
And you can draw that fabric kind of not coming down the way it is and kind of curving over the top of the breast, her right one.
You want to think of an arm as like when you have, it's like, sorry, my mouse is pulling my thing. It's like pulling up the skin from the breast. So if one arm is going up, the breast is going up and oblonging this way.
Yeah.
Like that. And then the other arm is down, so the breast is hanging naturally.
Yeah, which means where her necklace is, it would have to lay on top of her boobs.
Right. If I were you, I'd just kind of tilt it over to the side a little bit here.
Yeah.
Like that. And then you have this arm. If you see where you have it connecting, if you follow through this line, it's connecting to the middle of her chest, which it doesn't.
Well, she could have a couple of little saggy arms. A little bit of sag there.
Okay, she's 80 years old. She's got 80-year-old man arms. You want to give them thin, feminine wrists. I mean, even a muscular gal isn't going to be like have these huge wrists, right? Have thin wrists. The hand, Bridgman, man, go get the Bridgman book. Study how to draw hands. Study how to draw all the structure.
Yeah, those hands look cool. Yeah, just work on where the wrists. Yeah.
But
Bridgman, who's that?
George Bridgman?
Is he the one that draws the nasty knuckles?
No, that's Bern Hogarth.
Okay.
Hey, I don't know none of these freaking names. I just.
You don't know George Bridgman, dude?
I mean, I've heard it ever since I've been hanging out with you. I've heard you say that.
I don't know any of the names, and like my brother, he's like into the art books and everything, and I don't know any terms, any names, anything, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I just draw it.
I don't know what she's doing here with her hand, but Yeah, you want to keep the arms, you know, delicate and feminine. Feminine. Women should be feminine above all else.
Ye-
I reckon. I recognize where that arm came from. It was like a gym. Like I really like this
Don't
part
say
of the drawing a lot.
Down by the legs.
It's a good calf. How
Yeah.
did you-
Going back like that. The foot was really good going back like that.
Feminine, realistic.
I think you could make her torso just maybe a little bit longer, but yeah, that's good anatomy. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to take what he did.
Right. You're just going over what he did. I'm not really talking to you. I'm just talking to
Yeah. And then, I mean, it's, you know,
That's
all
right.
the fluffy hair and stuff. It's a little more fun if you take all the fluffy hair and you give it a direction.
Yeah. It
Right.
gives it an air, a mood. Or if you want to draw it like up, blowing up.
Oh, yeah, up would be cool too. But I already did this.
Whatever.
And then the clothes, you had the clothes on her. You don't, it's not,
Low rise hippie jeans.
it's not a super, yeah, I could do that. What do you call it? It's not spandex, right? She's wearing like a shirt or a vest.
Yeah, she's
Right.
a flower child.
Could have,
Yeah, that should like fall over her body.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
right? So you could follow the shape, but you don't have to emphasize every curve.
Mhm.
I mean, first of all, in between here wouldn't even.
I mean, yeah, you know what? Whenever you're done with that, come to my screen.
All right.
Come to my screen. That's why the shading under the boobs is too much.
Yeah. If you're doing this, then you can have a little fun with the upper cleavage,
Ye-
and then just have a little shading, not so terse, you know.
Yeah, because now it looks like her boobs are attached to her body.
There you go. So something along those lines. I get you're doing something very stylistic, but you have to learn your structure. You have to learn your structure. It is George
Blackburn?
Bridge Mountains
My bad.
Complete Guide to
Anatomy.
Drawing
Oh, my bad.
from Life. It
Okay, let's
is
see if I agree with
literally
this.
free. You can get the PDF for free just by Googling it. Or you can go to Amazon.com and get a print copy for like $20 with no shipping. So it's worth it. Buy it, read it, study it, and then come back to class. Let's see what Matt.
Oh yeah, those hands are pretty good. Who was the crappy one I don't like that you said?
The knuckles?
Hogarth. Burn Hogarth.
Bert?
Burn Hogarth. Burn Hogarth.
Burn Hogarth.
Man, were these guys, have they been around for
They're
during
dead.
our lifetime, or are they long dead? Okay.
Oof, yeah, this guy can't stand.
Yeah, I hate Burn Hogarth. I mean, I
He's
don't
in,
hate
like-
him. I just
No, yeah, I know
I
it's
hate his work.
All right,
hate everything he does.
Yeah, the only thing I was gonna really add to what Mike did was like, yeah, give your hair a direction. Let me see. Like I'm gonna draw a little bit of that sail. Sometimes I like drawing things out and I'll like have them meet together later. But my point is when you draw the torso and you're coming back this way, and when you're drawing the blouse, the shoulder, maybe think about that hand was good, but what I would try to do with it is I would have her shoulder coming up over here, out over here, and then her forearm to where she was just like fingers going over here. or maybe coming more at you.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
But the whole point of why I drew this was whenever you're drawing the fabric, say it's like a little button up, and you're having the hair go places and do stuff. You can even have like where her button kind of comes up and the blouse kind of comes off over here, you know.
Yeah, because if her hair's blowing, everything else is gonna blow around.
And there's her rib. And then I keep it simple. I literally just draw like a little belly button and
then a pregnant belly.
Mike
No.
Mike was going over your drawing, but I'm gonna take the torso a little bit lower, and I'm gonna have, I like this little hip thing, the little hip bone.
Connected to the
yeah, you can and you had the leg going over here, but you know, you can play around with it, come over this way instead, maybe low rise hippie jeans. Well, but yeah, like it's just certain little things like that. It's you can
Yes, that hip pumping out.
yeah, yeah, there's just so many things to do. I mean, I like that hand that way. You can really get a good hand to where I like drawing hands a lot, so
yeah.
Curve the fingers and then draw a couple of bracelets just to hide the forearm too, you know. And this is probably not like the best advice, but I like drawing things out and then having them and connecting them, you know, in weird ways. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Make sure it all works. But
see, what I appreciate your drawing, Matthew. Obviously, you know I love your art, but people can't do what you do.
In silhouettes and stuff like that.
Why what I'm doing it, I'm trying to break it down back to
which is why I like your way.
People, well, because people I don't know what drugs you ate as a kid that allow you to just squirt stuff out onto the paper like that, but people can learn some basic concepts, but they can't learn how to build the structure the way you do it, because your structure is just already there. And you're tracing it in your mind somehow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. You're a great artist, but I don't know that anyone's going to learn.
Well, I'm just saying, like, okay, this is one of my points, is like you have a face. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a guy's face. We're just going to say this is a guy's face, and I'll make this quick. But you can work on building, starting from the shoulder and building up to where the hand is up here, but you know that the hand can be up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that the hand anatomically can be that far up on the face. You know what I'm saying? So just put it there and then figure out a way to just.
Yeah, I do that sometimes, but not the way you already have the hand drawn though. Like, I would have to sketch it out and then draw over it. You just like freaking drew the hand, like boom.
Yeah, like
everything's just already there.
Anyways, but yeah, that's just me. But I mean, I don't mean to like make it a point that this is how you should try and do it. I'm just saying, like, or how you get there. But I'm just saying, like, little things like, you know, hip bones and stuff like that, you know.
Oof.
And that fabric coming off the shirt a little bit. You know, those are my two major points. I didn't mean to like get into the other stuff, but I don't even normally draw much of the. And then sometimes you could draw a collar going over the face a little bit. You know.
I need these pages. Send me these. I need them.
Okay, well, I'm pretty much good.
Well, Jay, we have a question for you. How does Matt go linearly around his structures, like the whole drawing is in his head before the pencil even hits very little layout structure?
Practice.
Just practice. Yeah. Like, look, like I said, you know that the hand can go there, and then you just build up this.
I know, but the point is, Matthew, you just draw the outline of the hand without building the structure. It's like
You're so used to
do
it.
you just have? Do you picture it in your head before?
That's
you
another class, I guess. I don't really know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, see, I work stuff out on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Do you work it out in your head before you even put pencil to paper?
Well, I mean, I did look at this drawing for like 5 or 10 minutes. We've been looking at it for a while, so yeah, I had a good time studying it. And sometimes it works out like that. Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Sometimes I'll sit down and I'll just look at the piece of paper and I'll think about stuff for a few minutes. And sometimes it works out like it doesn't work out like that all the time. But I'm just saying, if you want to try a fun, quick way to learn how to drawing, just try drawing in silhouettes. And I do cylindrize my drawing sometimes, as you can see. Like I put that there. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'll skip a cylinder just because I know. But yeah, it's literally just all cylinders and stuff like that. So draw the pockets.
Yeah, but you're skipping the step.
And there's a
I
little,
love her hips.
but I like how the little bead arrangement on her going around. Yeah, you can do so many fun things, with clothes and stuff like that. But
Can't even believe this.
Shirt. You get the idea.
Answer
Maybe
the
I'll
question.
draw
Biden.
hers. What?
Ray Thulu says, "Answer the question, Biden."
Oh crap!
All right,
love
we're at 3 hours 46 minutes. We're gonna check out Siege's radical piece.
Whoa!
Yeah, look what I'm working on. It's taking me forever to color, but I'm doing it.
Oh my goodness!
It makes me tired.
Is that what's it called? Not panty and stocking, but the other two. What are their names? I can't remember.
It's just Morrigan.
No, I mean the red-skinned.
No, I just made them up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I dig it. Dang, that's gonna be an amazing print.
I want to make it a print.
Wow, your lighting. Oh man, on that shoulder.
Very Adam Hughes-ish.
Oh, really? Thank you. My brother says that too, and it throws me.
Whoa.
Wow, that threw me. Throws me every time.
It's very Adam Hughes-ish.
Whoa! Thrown again.
You're tossing her all over the joint, Mike.
Bouncing off the walls.
All
right. Well, thank you, Ramsey Miller Critiques. Yeah, Adam. Hey, if people want to listen to my critiques, then that's the way I do it. I'm not twisting anybody's arm to put their stuff up there, and I try not to be nice because I don't believe that helps.
Yeah.
It may encourage you to keep drawing, but you're gonna draw or you're not, and if you don't want to listen, then you're not going to get better anyways. So you need to keep drawing because you love to draw, but you need to listen to people tear the crap out of your art because you want to get better and you want to learn what you're doing wrong and what you need to learn to do right. So that's why I have no interest in sitting here complimenting people's art when they've been complimented all their lives anyways and they think they're hot crap.
Yes, I
What'd
yeah.
you say, Sage?
No, I just totally agree with that. I hate when people just you can see what's wrong with somebody's art and they're always like, oh, yes, it's amazing. I'm like, I really want to rip it to shreds, actually. I don't mean physically. I just want to get into it.
It's the problem. Most people can't see what's wrong with art.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's a number of pros I can think of off the top of my head. If you people, they have all kinds of fans and they'll look at it and they'll think, oh, and then I could sit there and tear it apart and then they'd be like, oh yeah, huh?
Yeah, listen. Also, if you think that you're good enough and you end up settling and you won't get better and you'll actually start getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
Pride is a sin. That's my concept of pride is a sin. I'm gonna get shirts made because when you think you are good enough, and that's pride, right?
Mm-hmm.
It stops your growth in art, in learning, in being a good human being.
Yeah.
So just when you think you can't grow anymore, trust me, you can.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
You
right.
should always be open to learning more.
Dark Gift says, I never ask people I know anymore because they'll just praise me to death. Right.
Yeah.
Look, a bunch of when I'm in 7th grade and all the other 7th graders are telling me I'm the best artist in school. I'm like, yeah, well, we're in 7th grade. It's like, you know,
Jimmy says that mine and Maddie's art is terrible, and he's just being helpful. So bad.
No, but you know, we all have things to learn, and if somebody has legitimate critique about my art, I'd love to hear it, because you know I can see things wrong with my art, and that's generally what I look for, is what I'm doing wrong, because I don't want to do it wrong anymore.
Yeah, I rip my own art to shreds.
Oh, Matt.
Me? Oh, I'm in the only Matt.
You mother of pearl, these pens are not waterproof.
What do you mean?
Why'd you get water on it?
They're not water. I gleeked on it.
Well, don't do that.
Well, yeah, right away. Like,
but look, I did the helmet.
Oh Lord. Poor
goodness.
colorist. That
Oh my
poor
gosh.
colorist.
Again with the chair.
Yeah.
You and your super.
Look at that guy's butt of steel.
Look at the polish on that keister.
Look at his cheeks.
Yeah.
That's
Dang.
nice.
So
That's
this
a nice
is page
buff
number
job, bro.
Page 40 of the glorious secret project. We will hopefully be announcing in the next couple of weeks. And then November 1st, launch date for the secret project. You're going to want to get this one, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Mike, listen to me. You go over that ink with an eraser, not one shade of that ink is going to budge. It's going to remain.
Oh, no, I just quit.
black. You just what?
I gave up on
Because you gleeked on it?
Because I gleeked on it. Plus, you know what? I'm sitting here doing this, and I'm doing. I mean, look at the level of detail I get here,
Yeah.
right? And then look at the level of detail I got on that face with the quill. There's no comparison.
What do you mean? Go back down to the helmet.
Wait, what are you saying? The G2s were on the helmet and the face was the quill?
Yep.
But the face is bigger.
No, the details, the fine lines, the 0.38 is just too fat of a line.
It is? Dang.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
these are hair breadth. These are like cat
sure,
hair.
I can get behind that, what you're saying. I mean, yeah.
The quill is? That's intense.
I never used a quill, so I don't really
Me
know,
neither.
but I mean, I understand what you're saying because I obviously I do my faces with the 5 and the 3, but to get good details.
5? Oh my star.
Well, it depends on how far away the face is, how tiny the face is, but it's just practice, bro. It's just practice.
You can have it. Take it.
Hey, I'll take them. I'll take them off your hands. Just throw them in that package whenever you mail me my comps. I'll freaking dump them. I will dump them all.
All right. What time is it? Anybody know what time?
12:54.
Ooh. Darn it! I really wanted to work on this tonight.
We'll work on it. I'm about to work on me some Soul Finder.
All right, maybe I'll work for a little bit, but I don't want.
I'm getting a bowl of cereal.
All right, well, stick around, but the rest of you can go home now. Thank you for being here. Dark Gift says, seriously, thanks, guys. We would love your thoughts on the Freddy when you have time. Malin and Anna critiqued it last year. It was actually one of their less brutal critiques. Yeah, no time tonight. But let's do this next Saturday if we can get anyone else to volunteer their art.
No, yeah, everybody out there, tell your friends to check out this show in particular and to submit if they're interested.
Yeah.
Spread the word is what I'm saying.
All right, Matty Ice, how do people follow you?
I just did a count. I have 112 videos up on my YouTube channel. They're fun, quick time-lapse videos of pencil sketches and inkings over at Weldon Art on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. So check it out.
Do subscribe to Weldon because those videos are very, very cool and just mind-blowing.
I really like the music choices that I like. I put a lot of fun effort into them.
Yeah, I like the music on them.
And Squeegee?
You can follow me on Twitter at TeaTimeDrone. Drone is DROAN, and Instagram is Chum Breath.
That's what it was. I tried to tag you today in the thing for this. And I was like, Tea-Time Drone? No, what? Dronadone? Siege? No.
On Twitter?
No, on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, no, it's Chum Breath.
Chum.
I don't think can you tag me if, well, yeah, you should be able to. 'Cause you're not following me.
Oh, I'm not?
No.
Oh. All right.
That's totally on purpose.
And guys, we are Drawn and Quartered Crew on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
So please, everyone, if you have an Insta, get over there and follow us at Drawn and Quartered Crew. Is that how it's called? Drawn and Quartered Crew, right?
So I just followed it today.
I don't know.
Let me look a looky. Let me double check real quick. And we post every I don't know, a few times a day it looks like.
Oh, Drawn and Quartered Pros. I think it should be Drawn and Quartered Crew.
Drawn and Quartered Pros. Well, maybe.
And then there is a Drawn and Quartered either Ultimate. I think it is Ultimate Edition too. So
what?
There's both of them are on there.
Get out of town with this. All right. So, anyways, please do follow us there. Like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. This is Blacklist Universe. So glad you're here. I won't be streaming tomorrow because it is the Lord's Day. And just remember, we are Sensei.
Yes, Sensei!
God bless you guys. Have a great one.
God bless.
Night.